Like, I've never looked directly into a dog's anus before, but scouting / drafting offensive linemen in Madden 21 has to be a very similar experience. What is going on, guys? We are back with another video today, and we are doing another rebuild on Madden 21, and of course, this is a little bit more of a, just more than a rebuild. It's a special rebuild. I haven't decided how many seasons I want to go just yet, but I know for a fact we'll be going at least 10. Maybe this is a 20-year rebuild. Maybe this is a 30-year rebuild. I do not know, but long story short is, we will see the majority of Mr. Zach Wilson's career, which of course we know at this point is like a 99.9% lock that will happen. If the Jets select anyone but Zach Wilson, there will be hell to pay. There will be some sort of reckoning. Of course, we got pretty much, if not all of the names. There's going to be someone I'm going to forget for sure. Like, I remember I missed Alex Mack in our rebuild thing. Even now, I don't even remember what team signed him. Oh my god. But of course, the roster, it's something. You know, Marcus May got the tag. He kind of got cucked by them a little bit, I ain't even gonna lie. They got Corey Davis on like a 3-year 37. You could get rid of Jamison Crowder, but I love him in Madden, so I'm not going to. Sheldon Rankins, not a bad contract, especially for real life. I mean, the team's not in a super great spot, but there's some decent draft picks, and of course, you will have yourselves a star or a superstar quarterback. I can't remember what Devi is. Of course, if you like these longer videos, these longer rebuilds, maybe leave a like, subscribe if you're new, follow me on Twitter, Jeromepkr. Those things would easily let me know if you're interested. Clearly, that's how it works. Anyways. And then we also get Gary and Connolly, who I looked far and wide, and I do not think he has a contract, if I'm not mistaken. Did he sign with somebody? I don't think he has one. No, it's... Oh, did he sign with the Cardinals? No, he didn't. Okay, that was just some stupid... Yeah, we got Gary and Connolly, which is a massive W. And then we see here that Sam Darnold... I don't think so. We also have a potential running back choice of Najee Harris or Travis Etienne. I think Etienne's pretty solid, actually. But the problem is, in Madden, they don't really value elusive style backs, and that's kind of what the entire class appears to be. So, if we're not going to go Najee, I really don't think we should go for a fullback. Wide receiver is up there, but it's not that big of a need. I really want Tutu Atwell, but I'd imagine he's like... Well, to be fair, I think Tutu Atwell actually ran kind of a rough 40 time, so he might actually be like on the lower end, if I'm not mistaken. Like, he's kind of small, and I'm pretty sure he was on the lower end for 40 times. It may be a Brevin Jordan draft, just because I think we need a tight end more than anything. I mean, you need weapons. You need O-line, you need weapons. It kind of depends on what's there. We have a decent bit of draft picks, obviously. Wait, does this team have 2 first rounds? Please tell me it's so. Imagine Trevor Lawrence is there at number 2. It's like, wow, what a selection. But, of course, Zach Wilson at the number 2 spot, if he's not hidden on this class. Okay, he is 74 overall hidden. Apparently, we reached, which, I mean, I think there is a fair argument that, you know, not all the quarterbacks are like, you know, number 1, 2, 3, and 4 based on overall, like, grading in the draft, but obviously because of the position it is. We've got some interesting ones here. The Falcons taking Surtain all the way up. That's pretty insane. Jamar Chase at number 4, which is interesting. Kyle Pitts, that seems to be the way that the Bengals are kind of swaying. The Eagles go lineman. This is a disaster so far. Parsons to the Lions. Farley to the Panthers. Fair enough, I suppose. Quitty Pay. I don't know. Maybe. O-line. What is happening here? This is such a strange one so far. And because of how strange it is, I feel like maybe this helps us out. Oh, Mr. Gregory over here. I did not expect him to be, like, potentially available. There's some interesting names. Of course, we have the stupid hold A. Fix the damn hold A to reorder. I swear to Jesus, I will cry. And the Vikings take Owusu. Fields all the way to 15, imagine. Oh, my. That is something. We're getting closer and closer. Sam Coswell. Cosme, not Coswell. I don't know why I said Coswell. Damn. That would have been a nice one. We did up away a little bit. We made him a little bit better. I think he's usually there till 30 no matter what, but yeah, I mean, I kind of want him, but I don't know. Even if he's there, I don't know if I'm going to take him. Oh, Barmore. So there's a lot of options. There's a lot of options for best available. There's a lot of options for need. I don't want Terrence Marshall anymore. Wyatt Davis is still there. That is a tough pass. A bona fide stud lineman. Like, I know it's not a tackle, but I'm going to think about this. O-line is not easy to get, and he's like a stud, so... Oh, you got to go O-line here. I'm going to take a look if there's any of the tackles available, and if none of the tackles are there, we're gonna do it. Leatherwood, that's kind of a reach. I think you got to go Wyatt, right? I think you're like forced to. You do have the pass rushers too, which are a bit of a need, but you might be able to get one in the second round. Nah, probably not, but yeah, you got to go Wyatt Davis. Mr. Wyatt Davis, offensive guard. I don't know why I said offensive guard. It's just guard in general. 74 overall, absolute stud. Plug-and-play starter. We're happy. Najee Harris to the Steelers. We almost cucked him. We almost cucked him. Leatherwood to the Ravens. I'm actually liking the realism here makes a lot of sense near the end of this. This one is a little bit tougher because running back is a huge need, but I feel like tight end is tougher to draft. You have two choices at tight end. You have the probably the better tight end, but this is quote unquote the better athletic player in Brevin Jordan. I can't remember, but I feel like Pat is superstar. I think you don't really worry about the athleticism necessarily because, you know, they're both decently athletic in general. I think you take the better talent, and that's what we're going to do. I feel like we've taken him before for the Jets, but the better talent, he is slower, but he has more upside, I think. And the medium route is 41. Does that not seem like glitchily bad? Yeah, let's go Richard LeCount III. 70 overall normal. Already maybe a plug-and-play starter, though, because, you know, I like youth. Okay. Drew Williams, hoping for the best. And he is hidden. Okay, so I think this is... We may have already had him on this class, but I remember the last time we took him, he was hidden, but he was green. So I don't know. I think Trill is like a third-round projection, so it's fine. Pick 2 in the 4th. I would be willing to take Tutu Atwell here. I think he provides... Actually, what is our receiving group isn't that bad, actually. You know, we're going to go with a little bit of need here. Chris Rumpf, I don't even know how good he is. 69 overall. Really good speed. Excels a little iffy. You'd actually probably, in Madden, I think you'd actually want those switched, right? I don't even know, but 75 finesse, 70 block shed. He's not actually that bad at all, so... he looks to potentially be our starter, one of the starting positions. I'm taking Verdell. CJ Verdell, 68 overall, normal. Oh, I didn't know he was actually trucking style. It said elusive. Hold up a minute here. Do we have ourselves a bruiser? He's 5'9", 205. I'd like to see him put on like at least 15 more, but okay. Monty Rice is still there. I'm going to take Monty Rice. And he's hidden in this class. Okay, so 99% of the classes I've had ever since like January have had him at normal, but he's been an okay overall, you know, decent, you know, potential starter, but he's actually hidden in this class. So it's kind of like, are we even really going to get much there? So I would like to come out with at least one wide receiver. There we go. So we do get the trade. I don't even know how fair it was, to be honest. I think we cucked them. All right, so we're going to go for Tamori and Terry, who almost never gets burned with us in rebuilds, but maybe this is his shot. And then with 21, we're going to be taking Ely. Mr. Adrian Ely. I mean, he looks kind of athletic, but I don't really know much about him, so there's that. I mean, we landed an okay draft, right? I'm pretty sure we already know pretty much the entire results. Actually, I don't know about Pat. Pat may be, he may be superstar. If he's only star, I'm going to be a little disappointed. So I think Brevin may also be star. Oof. We're not going to use this class again, so I may, well, at least I don't think I'm going to. I may just look at Brevin as well. Tell me he was, like, really close. Okay, so he was pretty close anyways. Yikes, that's a bit of an L. Look at the difference, like, it is what it is. I don't really care too much. All right, like we said, Darnold to the Bears for a third-round pick. I think the Bears should be willing to give up more than a third round, but as of right now, we just do not need Darnold. There's just no shot. that Zach Wilson isn't the guy. We'll move some players around, and then we'll be ready to go. All right, 75 overall team for the first year, technically. Corey Davis is an 83 overall. He's 26, so if he did get to Superstar, especially if we got to Superstar at the start or, earlier in the season, that'd be kind of sick. Was he? He's number 84, right? We could definitely get him 84. So I think, is that what Herndon wears? No, it's not. Somebody wears number 84. We're going to give him his number. I believe that's what Corey Davis wears, right? But Verdell is the starter, but Tevin is, he's going to play a lot of snaps as well, obviously. And then, offensive line, we have 2 for sure starters looking to replace the rest going forward. But as far as offense goes, we have the starting quarterback. We have at least 2 starting wide receivers, and then a tight end, and then hopefully Verdell's the guy. We'll see. And then defensively, Rice will be one of the starters for the future. Williams for sure. Fatu Kasi's star development here. We should really be looking to trade him. Do we have... Because we could easily get a 4th-round pick for a star development DT. And then as far... we got Trill as a starter for the future. Conley was a 2-year deal worth 10, I believe. Our team, there's obviously some needs, but we do have some positions, locked in at starter at least. Let's actually see if there's, even trade the DT for a lineman. But I don't think there's going to be any. That's one of the worst positions. On Wenu. Yeah, highly likely. Could go for Connor. Connor Williams wouldn't be the worst choice in the world. I think this is a win for both sides. Fatu Kasi to the Chiefs for a 4th-round pick. That makes a lot of sense, actually. Even for a 1-year player that could really help their team. I've never even seen this. But a week 1 breakout. Wait, what? Wait, what was that? I'm so confused. What happened? Wait, what? I didn't even read that. I just thought it was he has a chance to break out. I don't even know, dude. I'm not even sure. I have no clue what just happened. All right, so this is the kind of a tough decision. Jamison Crowder's an easy one in my opinion. I think he's loyal to the cause. I'm loyal to him. John Franklin Myers is actually a decent player, and he has a pretty big upside. Obviously, blockchain's a little iffy. I'm going to go with a 3-year 29. We're giving a lot of 3-year 30s out, basically. But you can see we don't really have a lot of players to spend money on. So, with that being said, hopefully Marcus May gets a dev up because we're going to give him the 4-year after all. 91 speed only? Am I missing something? I'm glad we started Verdell. Okay, never mind. What the hell? Hey, the 3 years worth that he gets a dev up. Here we are, heads to the playoffs, and believe it or not, we actually have a shot, and we are in them at 9-7. We do not take the division, unfortunately, but not bad at all. You can ignore these, okay? I was testing to see what kind of playbook would do well, and as you can see with the game before that, it did nothing. It proved nothing to me. Said, he force won. He's like, yeah, you finally got me. You got me. I force won some games for the first time ever, but it was the preseason, okay? Zach Wilson, 37 touchdowns, 20 interceptions, 4,200 yards. Verdell, oh my God, man, please. I just need a running back. Corey Davis, superstar, 100%. Denzel Mims, normal to star isn't that crazy. He can go to star as well. Pat, probably not going to superstar, but that's a really good season for a tight end, obviously. O-line, shout out to those guys. 3 100-yard tackler, 100-yard, yep. 3 100 tackle guys. Franklin Myers could go to superstar. That's insane. Absolutely nutso stuff. Tucker McCann, my guy, with really good season, actually. As far as our guys go, did we have someone on the list? My brain just doesn't want to work for some reason. I just can't see. Oh, Zach Wilson was number 3. Never mind. LeCount, number 1 rookie. Would have liked to see Rumpf on there, but I guess not. And here we are going against the Colts. We're undoubtedly going to get destroyed for his game, but hey, guess what? We're in the playoffs. That's surprising. We could actually have a better first-round pick from the Seahawks than our own pick. That's insane. Touchdown before half, not bad. Down 14. Yeah, it's okay, it's over. But not a bad performance. We showed up, we tried. It wasn't, a complete blowout. I feel like Jets fans would be pretty damn proud. I don't even think I feel that way. I think I know that they would be pretty damn proud. Rushing, we just don't want to talk about. I just think it's a Madden thing. I really do. There's very little non-proven guys that you can just turn into a god in sim. Like, it just doesn't happen. Verdell has all the makings to be a solid running back, especially the way Madden wants it. I think you just need to be 5'11", 220 or bigger. I think that's the issue. We just get cucked all the time. The Browns versus the Cowboys. Cowboys win. All right, now the moment of truth. Do we get any dev ups? And we did. Ooh, Mims went up. Okay, so he is 24, but Corey Davis goes to Superstar, which is massive. That's a massive win. Short in, deep out. That's actually really good. Verdell obviously doesn't go up. He didn't really do that well. Pat doesn't go up. That kind of sucks. But Mims, 75 overall star at 24. Okay. Oh, I'm seeing a lot of yellow. Trill? Cool. Trill? Tip drill? I'm sorry. Okay. Of course, you see Franklin Myers. Dev up doesn't surprise me. Mosley had a lot of tackles. Dev up. LeCount, Rookie of the Year. Dev up. May doesn't go up in dev, which kind of sucks. But okay, I like it. We came out with an okay result. Tevin, I'm sorry, buddy. You were, I'm just, that's it. That's all I got for you. Those words. I think we're just gonna let everyone else go here. I just don't see the value. Let's see what kind of free agents we got. Running back, anyone? Devontae Adams. You have Corey Davis on a contract. Crowder's on a contract, but it's not that, it's not that expensive. I think you could pull off a Devontae. I mean, Green Bay's likely going to get Devontae back, right? But that money situation is kind of tight. Been signing some interesting decision players. If we were ever to make a decision to go for Devontae, this could be the one. I don't even think this team is in that big of a need for him, though. The thing is, though, there's not a whole lot of players here that you would spend money on in general. I think we're going to pay Devontae. So we did get Devontae on that lower deal. It was actually a 5-year 107. Orlando, obviously, we paid the full price for, and then Holton Hill was just kind of a backup contract. We're both, fighting for him. Seattle's like, yeah, I don't know, dude. I think we should make a pact here and not pay him too much. We're also going to offer Melvin Gordon a 1-year 6. All right, the draft is among us. It probably sounds like I'm really, not quiet, but, not enthusiastic. I don't know what is wrong with this mic. This is a different day, if you couldn't tell. But it seems like every day my mic gets louder. I don't know if someone's playing a prank on me. I have the gain where I want it on the actual mic. I have the volume lowered down. I have the microphone further away. And it just keeps getting louder. I can't control it. It just keeps happening. Also, you're probably like, Sam Darnold, he went to the Panthers for a second-round pick. I get it. I started this before the trade, okay? The reason why I made this rebuild is because I just wanted to see a long-term rebuild with, Zach Wilson. Oh, I wish this guy would fall. Heisman winner. Oh, Jesus. We didn't get Davenport, which is a L. We got Melvin, which I think was a 1-year 6. I mean, if I could choose which one I'd rather have, obviously I'll take Davenport any day of the week. We trade 14 this, 77 this, and Blake Cashman to the Broncos for pick 9. Yeah, we're going to go for this guy. He just looks so good. He's going to be normal. It's going to suck, but here we are. 77 overall normal. I think he's already the second best corner on this roster. That's actually kind of nuts. I suppose let's draft a normal development lineman. Yeah, 72 overall. I will be boosting this guy to star, and I'm going to boost 3 other first-round players to star. This is such a disaster. Or let's hope we didn't sell too hard, right? Okay, so Schroeder's there, so we can trade up to 11, and then we can wait for one of the coverage guys to go, and then we'll be set. I will say that it's likely we'll need one the following year. I don't know what Mosley's looking like contractually and age-wise, but it's got to be very, very rough. All right, here it is, Mr. Schroeder. About to sell. Let's get lucky. 70 overall, high potential player, but yeah, it is what it is. And here comes one of the coverage guys right away. Could you imagine? Trade a 3rd this year, a 4th next year, and Alex Lewis to the Seahawks for their 2nd-round pick. Probably make the argument that we did sell. And honestly, this may actually be the lineman instead. I'm actually going to take a look at linebacker. I don't know what the situation is, but maybe we don't need one just yet. We could use a plug-and-play... Actually, I think Mosley's gone after this year, but I think we could use a plug-and-play lineman, right here. It could be a sell, though. They mentioned him. They said he was bad, though. Yeah, I'm going to take Terrence Lawrence. Oh, he sold again, dude. He's very fast, though. Sometimes I'd forget which teams are in because, we're doing rebuilds all the time, so I don't intend to, at least. Will Nichols. I almost said Nicholas, but it's Will Nichols. I guess we'll take him. Hope for the best. 68 overall. And yeah, he's not bad if, you have all your pass rushers already, you're looking all right, and you just kind of want to back up. He's a good backup. But as far as a starter goes, that is a no-go from me. Once again, like we said, we are going to be changing some devs for O-line. Only one for our guy, though. Obviously, we're going to just put him at star. I mean, he was like a clear-cut good player in the game, just cucked him. And his overall is his ratings are kind of rough. Even if we put him at superstar, it would take him 3 to 5 seasons minimum to get into the 80s. So what a joke that was. I want to just see what we missed out on. So, of course, there's obviously going to be some insane pass rushers here. Jamal Weston, those traits look insane. He's probably a god. X Factor. Minnesota's been having some really good drafts in our sims. Bernard Sullivan looks so good on paper, but no dev, and he is kind of on the smaller side. Cook, this was the Heisman winner. He's got pretty much every trait under the sun. Speed's lacking a little bit, but he's obviously got a very high ceiling. And his development is X Factor, so that's 2 X Factor pass rushers now. McGovern's expensive. We get a 6th round. It's something. All right, assuming we didn't sell all of the money away, which I don't know what that even means here. It's re-sign time, and Williams is getting it all. 7-year, $139. You keep, especially in New York, you keep any talented players you have, literally anyone. You keep them, unless it's Jamal Adams. Really good trade there. That was a lot of value back. Melvin, I don't even know how he's playing, and even if he was playing really well, if he doesn't go to superstar, he's going to regress. It's going to be a nightmare. So maybe, but we'll probably have to pay him a little more over the end of it. Gary and Connolly, kind of the perfect time for him needing a contract because we just don't need him anymore. Sheldon Rankins, it's not like he's not good. It's just, do we actually need him? Nah, he's not actually that good in general. Speaking of, he actually isn't that good. McCann's played pretty well. We're going to give him a 3-year deal. Big leg, my dude. Edoga, no thank you. Yeah, we're in a good spot, money-wise. Hey, Chris Rumpf is, he's like, maybe you don't need a pass rusher. You got me. No, we still do. Can we clutch up? Can we pull it off? And we do. And a breakout. Actually, we don't clutch up. We lost. What am I talking about? Parham, the corner. Do we have a not a bye week, a playoff game? We did. We got the division at 9-7. Would we still might have gotten a wild card spot even if we didn't. Kind of lost a little near the end, but it's fine. Here we are. We're working it. We're doing it. Looking at the seasonal performance, Zach Wilson was not bad. 33 for 9, 46, 64 for yards. Not bad. Rushing better than Verdell's last season, but still not great. We're still looking for our identity at running back. Crowder had a really good season despite not really getting that many of the catches. Corey Davis hogging the catches. Didn't really do too much with it. And then Devontae really not showing that he's worth the money we paid, but he still had over 1,000. He still participated, is what it is. Monty Rice could go to superstar. Parham could go to star and then superstar. We'll see. Rumpf actually had a pretty good season. Could go to superstar himself. Not a bad year. Not a bad year. Definitely, you can look at the stats and see that we look like a 9-7 team. We look like we're just good enough to make the playoffs, but not really looking that dangerous to do anything else with it. And do the Jaguars have J.J. Watt and Von Miller? What is this free agency frenzy nonsense? Of course, overall-wise, we are better than the Steelers, which is not bad. They had a pretty good overall 3-all. What an exciting score. They do get 7. Okay, I spoke too soon. Please. Oh, God, why did I say anything? I would have gladly went back to that exciting 3-all score as we have gotten smoked. 3 whole points. We're an 86 overall. Okay. Good thing we have a bunch of years left. Zach Wilson, no touchdowns. I mean, obviously, just terrible. I don't even want to look. I don't even care. It's disgusting. Actually, I do kind of care. I don't know what Parham finished with, but hopefully a tackle for a loss. Probably not. And, of course, Pittsburgh wins it all. That superstar lineman we gave Chicago wasn't enough. It was close, though. Dev up. Zach Wilson actually gets a dev up to X Factor because of those yards. No one else on offense got one. Defensively, No to Rice. No to Rump. Okay, that kind of sucks. It's probably Rump, but it, like, I don't know, dude. His name just, it triggers me. May goes to Superstar. I don't know if that's going to really matter. Parham does go to Star. That's a little bit of an L. I really would have thought we would have had a few more, but I mean, I suppose. Marcus May. Superstar development trade, but old as hell. We gave him the 4-year, though, so I'm glad we got it to him. And we should have a lot of money. Oh, Sheldon went up to a superstar. Okay, I guess we're going to offer him like 10 mil or something. He's going to not accept it, though. Oh, he did. That was a little surprising. Melvin was okay, but not good enough for us to re-sign, in my opinion. And everyone else don't really care about. So hopefully there's a big name running back here because, yeah, we could really use one. Baker, don't need him. Kareem Hunt, seen it before. Don't know if he really fits the team. Matthew Ioannidis. We need a running back, but like it's like Kareem Hunt or nobody. Why is Melvin getting all the offers? I don't understand. I don't. All right, another running back to the squad. Damian Harris, welcome. As far as our picks go, no 4th or 5th, but we have a couple of 6th and 7ths, which don't exactly add up to it, but yeah, it doesn't hurt. I think the first thing we need to do is we need to see if there's any contracts we can or should get rid of. A.k.a. the guy that we know, Mr. Mosley. 17 million is quite a bit of money. We added a couple of backups, and now we have Mekhi Becton. Oh, this is going to be a disaster. I should have actually just said yes, because it's going to be massive anyways. Draft time, pick 19. I don't want to get too crazy, but I did. Oh, actually, I saw a DT, didn't I? He's probably gone now, isn't he? I think you go for best available, and Dylan Neal is best available. 76 overall normal. Always with the freaking normal developments, though. DTs are so hard to get dev-ups for. I think a 3rd next year is fair. I don't want to do the calculator for every single trade. I think that was fair. And if it's not, well, my bad. Trey Steffens, such a hard pass, but we need a linebacker desperately. Could trade Mosley off for like a 5th round or a 6th round. Parker Sullivan, they mentioned him. Got to be good. And he is. Obviously, I was not going to sell. This is why I said you can unsub if I don't take this guy, because he just had all the makings, right? At worst, normal development, super fast, but head of development could be up to superstar, maybe even an X factor, which would be a little surprising, but it wouldn't completely shock me. And I have no idea if that's fair. It's not that high of a pick. It's not trading up that high either. We gave him a 5th and a 6th. Yeah, whatever. Guy looks all right, but this guy looks like the clear-cut best, right? So much potential, young, decently fast, skills look good, let's do it. 70 overall normal, and that's pretty good, actually. We'll start them. They're all gone. Oh, my. So stoked about all those hiddens we drafted. At least we got one, though. Parker Sullivan, day 1 starter, maybe even day 1, number 1, if Mosley's tradable off for something decent. And Superstar already wearing 54. This man's priming. All right, we get a 4th and a 5th from the Vikings for Mosley and Davis. All right, here we are for, I don't even know what season it is. Who cares? But this is the team. Offensive line looks all right. Tight end looking all right. Has played okay. Receivers are some of the best in the league, but maybe even the best trio in the league. Quarterback's getting there. He's one of the top-tier dogs. Running back has just been a problem, but maybe Damian Lewis can be the guy. Linebackers taking a bit of a step back, but Sullivan, who will be the automatic starter. He's superstar telling me, that he's a god out the gate. Means that he would dominate in practice, and you would see it. And Monty Rice hasn't really been special, so it's not like he just gets the number 1 role automatically. As far as corners, we have high overalls. They just haven't really developed too well so far. And then D-line, all the superstars in the world. Looking to replace May in probably this next upcoming season. I'm not sure. We may or may not. Nah, I said it. You deal with it. All right, Early Bird gets the still really expensive contract, I guess. I thought maybe we'd save some money, but that's clearly not the case. Corey Davis, he's definitely worth it. If we can just pay 2 players, top tier money at wide receiver and then just have like some random number 3, I think it'll be fine. I think we can afford it. Although I say some random, but we can actually afford Mims, so maybe we're just the tall gang, I suppose. Sheldon Rankins, that superstar, tricked me, but no more. You're gone after this season. We're going to get Man back. So Man and Mims, and then that's probably it, but we're balling. All right, head to the playoffs, and I'm not happy with the finish because we go 8-8, but the worst part about that is we were 0-4, then we won a bunch of games in a row, then we lost a bunch of games in a row, then we won a bunch of games in a row. I've never even seen this before. 0-4, 5-0, 0-4, 3-0. 14th and 15th. Yikes, Wilson. Yikes. Damien Harris did have the best season we've had as a running back for yards per carry. Touchdowns were lacking a little bit. Verdell is he's just a leech. Just sucks the life out of the offense, basically. We just got to get him off the roster. I don't know what it is. He's just not good. Pass rush. Man, this is easily the worst 8-8 season I've ever seen. Like, this division must just be carrying us, because I don't understand. Parker Sullivan, God tier, could go to X Factor, but you know, there might be a few players that did all right, but overall as a team, we kind of underperformed. Steelers back in the Super Bowl, going up against the Packers. This time they lose. Thank you, Jesus. Just don't want to see the same winner every time. Offensively, no dev-ups. Didn't really expect there to be one. Defensively, no dev-up for Sullivan. I don't understand how Trill, who is superstar, is deving up slower. 6K per upgrade. Parham, 9K. How is this even possible? You got all of our re-signings you wanted done. Sheldon Rankin, see him, my dude. Don't need a corner. I mean, JJ Watt would help. I mean, what roster wouldn't he? Dobbins, I think I'm just going to go for it. I'm going to go for it. He's kind of like a sort of a dual style. I'm gonna just juice it out. We get a backup safety, a backup tight end, and then the starter Dobbins, who could be massive for this team. All right, it is draft time heading into technically year 4. Seattle has the number 1 overall pick, and they take the guy that was mentioned to have a very fast 40 time, which I can obviously confirm that is true. There is a wide receiver that apparently won the Heisman. I don't know if wide receiver is that big of a need yet for us to where we would draft him now. But if he is there at 14, which he likely won't be, he'll be gone like very soon here. You know, I think you take, I don't know, I mean, it's not guaranteed because we have seen bad Heisman winners, but I think you take quote-unquote guaranteed Daquan Jordan, and he is hidden, which is good. It said we took him 1 pick early. I don't care. Looks pretty damn solid. Good jumping, good spec. Really good catching. He's a little raw on the route running stuff, but he's a very solid catcher. Yeah, I mean, I'll take it. I mean, hidden development trade is good no matter what. I'm not quite sure if this is fair, but I mean, it's not that high of a trade up. We probably didn't give him as much. Vernon Steffens looks good enough. Please tell me the news story is going to carry. And it does, apparently. 70 overall hidden. Although if it is only, if he is only star, then maybe it's not that great after all, because obviously, normal to star isn't super hard for defenders, but, I mean, I guess another hidden cannot go wrong with that. So let's take him. George McKnight, another decent overall, not a bad player, but of course it's Madden, so another wasted pick because he's normal. I am going to go with Mr. Javier Boston, 6'4" and all. 6'8", 68 overall. Catching is terrible, but he was obviously a really good high potential player besides that. Bernard Matthews, one of the best prospect kickers I've seen in a while in a draft, and as far as drafted kickers go, that is very good. In Madden, they're way worse than that usually. Steffens, obviously, automatic starter. Hit a development trade. Hopefully we can get better than just star, though. And he is superstar. Okay, that was not a bad draft class. 2 hiddens, 2 superstars. Tompkins, they talked about him being super fast. I mean, he doesn't really look super fast. We've seen that speed and better in the past, so hey, they still landed a great player. And he is only star, so our guy is debatably better. If it's only star versus normal, fair enough, but it's a little different when it is superstar. Superstar you could never get for certain players. We trade Cry. Just realized that we're playing. Okay. Well, we just traded to the Patriots, our division rival. All right, how screwed are we? 6-year, 210. We're usually never around long enough to actually see any of these go like full circle, so we'll see, I suppose. Pat, we're gonna give him a 6-year deal worth 51, which is, I think, very fair. John Franklin Myers, it's not the easiest position to fill, so we're gonna go with a 4-year deal, puts him at 31. Wyatt Davis, obviously, you give a long-term contract. That's gonna be a 7-year. We'll say though the contract, the money's getting a little rough here. LeCount will give him a 4 or 5. Trilley's a pretty damn good corner, so we're going to give him a 6-year deal. And just like that, we're already down to basically nothing. I think Chris we're going to let go. I know he finally kind of showed up, but I think we can potentially replace him a little easier, especially with Steffens on the roster. Man, we are literally broke. Like, this is early to be broke for us as well. This is rough. And you can see here there's really no contracts that we can get rid of that'll free the burden. So, you know. All right, to the playoffs, and we have another bye week. Surprisingly, though, at 11-5, AFC's kind of lacking. We had a really good season, then we kind of lost a couple of games near the end of the season, but obviously everything looks good in the end. Wilson with 4,600 yards, just about 34 touchdowns, 17 picks, 69 pass completion percentage. You know, all that stuff looks pretty average. J.K. Dobbins obviously revitalized the rushing attack. If you look at passing touchdowns compared to rushing, you know, it's pretty good. You know, we actually had a really good season. Corey Davis could go to X Factor. Pat, touchdowns are low, but the yards are pretty high. Daquan Jordan actually had a really good season as the number 3. Looking at the sack totals, pretty low actually. So really good team performance. Can we win the Super Bowl here? Only 4 interceptions. It's really bad. McCann might be McCanned soon. I don't know what a contract. I didn't think we actually gave him a long-term contract. So GG there. MVP of the season is Mahomes at 7-9 for his team. A little interesting. Any award wins? Steffens at number 2. He did have kind of a rough season. Kai Becton, best O-line. And that's literally it. No one else. Going to the end of the game. Can we do it? Can we make it all the way? Please. We're already broke, which is really something. I'll tell you that. 17-7, 10-17. It's not looking good for us, but defense can do. I feel like defense can hold it. Just offense needs to be able to score. And so far, I'm not wrong. As you can see here, we are up by 3 now. Baltimore driving, and they will not get a field goal or anything better. And like I said, that defense held its part of the bargain, and we move on. Nice. That was actually really clutch. We were down by a decent bit there. Williams with 2.5 sacks. The other Williams with a half kicking. McCann, what a god. Can't miss any in this one. And like he did in the regular season, he went off in this one. Clutch performance. Christopher over here, trying to get him, you know, his best chance to be a god for another team. Unfortunately. Oh yeah, I forgot we repaid Mims. Okay, that kind of sucks. But here we are going up against the Bengals. The same exact overall difference again. I'm glad, speaking of Isaiah Simmons, we didn't re-sign him because we would have lost even... Well, re-sign him. We didn't offer him because we would have lost even more here. As, you know, we ran out of money right there at the end, and May's being paid like half of what Isaiah Simmons is being paid. So, yeah, glad we didn't do that. And end of the first quarter, looking all right. 3-0, 10-0, 10-7. Damn, they clutched up there. Right before half, they clutch up again. They get 3. Start of the second half, they get 7. The Bengals are kind of worrying me here. As you can see, there's very good reason to be worried. As we're down 7, offense is looking okay, but they turn the ball over. I don't know what's going on here, but another chance. And they do clutch up. This team clutches. But what is wrong with the team? Do we kick an onside kick? Is he kneeling? Oh, we missed the extra point. McCann, you idiot! How do you miss the extra point? Oh my. I'm not saying he's the worst of the players. You know, he wasn't the only reason why we lost, but that is a sell. If there's any way we can get rid of him, I'm going to do it, but I don't think we can. I think he's on contract for another couple of years. That is disgustingly bad. All right, the Panthers versus the Bengals, and the winner of this Super Bowl is the Panthers. Any potential dev-ups did we have offensively? We do see Corey Davis goes to X Factor. Is there actually a chance to release him? I obviously wouldn't just release him, but yikes. We have him for a while. Looking at defensively now, and I don't think we had a single dev-up on defense, which is really harsh. Marcus May, he is dropping an overall a little bit, but he can still say the starter. Yeah, I mean, we can't really do anything. I think at this point we're drafting to replace expensive players that we'll lose for the future. All right, so I'll show you some free agents, but we obviously have no money to sign any, and we have $1.34 million after I release McCann and Damian Harris, so you can only imagine how screwed we really are. All right, we're going to trade down to the Lions here. We get a 4th and a 5th round to move back a few spots. They end up with... Let's not talk about it. Now, once again, we talked about offensive linemen being a massive need for this team. We have like 2 kind of big names to re-sign, one of them being Orlando Brown, and we just cannot afford him. So, that being said, we may be looking to draft Mr. Kevin Bradford, who really doesn't look like a tackle, more of a guard to me. But as far as, everything in this draft goes, outside of this wide receiver, which unfortunately we just don't need, so I just don't think we can draft him. He's really like the most, I would say, the best bet. So we're just going to go with him. Kevin Bradford, 70 overall normal, as we would expect. That'll be our new guard. And now we have a center who is looks like an absolute steal. He's a late third. We're going to take him now. John Barnett, of course, another normal. I think it's fair to make him star. I don't even care at this point. Be mad at me all you want. This is just ridiculous. Every single offensive lineman is normal development, and you can't dev them up. It's so dumb, dude. Mid-fourth corner. This tackle looks really good, too, but, it's Madden. So we're going to go mid-fourth corner, Larry Ridley, which is an interesting name. Looks worse than I thought. Another bad draft. We turned into a third next year from the Steelers, plus, I think it was like a sixth or a fifth. I can't remember. Might be a reach, but we're going to take him. That bench press is too filthy not to have. And he's hidden. Okay, that's an interesting player. 72 overall. I don't really know if we need him just yet, but I mean, I felt like he was a decent pick at the, decent value at the pick, and I mean, I guess he was. The next selection would be this left guard. I don't know how many linemen I want to take before I just realize they're all busts. So maybe we give one last go. And I guess screw it, Emmanuel McAllister. He's 22 years old and not a good pick. Nick Woodyard looks like a good value running back. We're going to take him. And a hidden development one, 67 overall. It probably won't matter at all, but I suppose it's better to have a hidden development backup than to have a non-hidden, I guess, right? And then we have two final picks in the 7th round, pick 30 and 32. Looks like we're down to just kickers and punters. This guy's got a little bit better, 23 versus 23. I mean, this doesn't even matter. I'm just going to take a punter and then trade Mr. Irrelevant away. Like, what a joke that is. Probably only going to be star, so he's not going to be, a crazy steal, but still good enough. Star development trade, and then the running back. You never know with running backs. These are a little bit different. And for him, he has, well, they are, but, only star this time. Yeah, a little bit of an L, but, there's really not much we could have done. There is this tight end I want to see. He's insane. He's only normal. What are the traits, though? Ooh, that's a good tight end. Aggressive possession, run after the catch, fights for yards. You would love to see feed and bounds trait, but look at him. 91 speed, 91 excel. What a monster. All right, one of our guys that needs a re-signing. We trade to the Colts. Lawrence for a third-round pick, projected pretty decently high. We can't really afford him. He's definitely good, and he's definitely worth a third-round pick, but, we're just broke. All right, another season. We're broke as can be, but I think we can get rid of Corey Davis next season, and obviously Jordan in his second year is already looking pretty damn good. He's obviously superstar, evasive, interesting. It's interesting considering he's not evasive at all, but that's pretty much that. Mekhi Becton is earning that 20 mil plus per year, which is unfortunate but true. Looking at the defensive side of things, obviously we take a bit of a step back. Schroeder gets back in the starting lineup for a year because he'll probably be gone. Parham has a contract this season. We may have to let him go because I don't know, once again, who we can even afford at this rate. Orlando Brown's going to be let go. This is kind of the window, so to speak. All right, what's the damage? Parham, oh no. We can afford a few players. So, of course, linemen are hard to find that are good. I'm going to go with Mr. Gross for a 6-year deal. Schroeder's not actually asking for too much. I think we may offer that to him because we're actually kind of desperate. 2-year 5.4 seems legit. The fullback, we'll just draft a new one. Will Nichols. Yeah, we'll draft a new guy there too. Maybe able to sign these two guys. And then Parham, I think, is a must sign. Orlando Brown's good and all, but I don't know, dude. I just think corner's a tough position to fill. Re-sign. So we have about 22 mil to work with. We have to replace a right tackle and a safety, but overall, it's not the worst, right? It could have been worse. All right, heads to the playoffs. Not as good of a season, but it should be still the playoffs, and it is 10-6. Same with the Bills. They took the division, it would appear, though. Looking at the regular season, we had a really rough start, and then we won a bunch of games, lost 2. It's a pretty decent comeback on the season. Zach Wilson, not bad, but not great. Touchdowns or interceptions thrown weren't that bad. And, of course, you can see the rush game was pretty damn good, especially for touchdowns. Woodyard, not super great, though. Corey Davis, bad timing to do that poorly because now we're like barely going to get a first-round pick if we can trade him. Pat could go to Superstar just based on the catches and touchdowns. I think it is only catches that matter. 78 catches is a lot of catches, so you never know. Could actually get that dev up. O-line, really good, ironically enough. Orlando Brown's now leaving as we finally look really good on the O-line. Monty Rice could go to Superstar. Franklin Myers could go to X-Factor. Steffens could go to X-Factor. Neal could go to Superstar. Not a bad season at all. Like, the defense played pretty well. The new kicker, Bernard Matthews, was... I wish he was a little bit better than that, but at least he didn't get blocked a couple of times like McCann. You believe how bad he is. Any awards at all? Another Rookie of the Year runner-up, but Mekhi Becton, Best Offensive Lineman of the Year award. Probably going to win that a few times, right? He's probably on par to win that a bunch of times. 88 overall for the Colts. We're at 94 overall. How long will that last, though? As once again, the team is starting to fall apart a little bit. Jameis Winston is the Colts quarterback. Once again, this is the window. This is when you need to win it. Going to lose our tackle. Going to lose May. We're going to lose Corey Davis most likely. We finally put up some points, 7-10. 10 all. Fourth quarter is going to be an interesting one as it is going to be tied up at 17. We drive all the way down. We don't get anything. The defense holds up, though. We get 7, and we hold on for the win. Moving on to the divisional round. This time we actually have to earn that spot. I mean, obviously regular season wins is earning it, but kind of lower end performances that we had to get to those bye weeks. Obviously Dobbins, not the greatest performance. Defense was on fire. Of course, our kicker missed a field goal, which could have costed us the thing. Love it. The Texans, interesting team drop. 83 overall. Come on. We got to win this, right? Going to the end of the game. Pick 3. Pick 3. That's okay. What is this, the lottery? 3-9. 6-9. What a riveting score. 12-6. What an interesting one. Of course, they're kind of putting up some points. We need to get the touchdown back. Down by 8. This is a big drive. We get 3. Offense can't get the job done. What's the situation? 2nd and 13. I'm coming in. Obviously, the odds are low in general. Hoping for the best. This is on next gen, so it's going to be an absolute nightmare to deal with anyways. And he's trying to run. Cannot do it. And Deshaun Watson is down. And the game's like, yeah, probably not going to kick that field goal, but, I mean, it looks like whoever they got is pretty good. Is that Norden? Norden VPN, nothing. Kick is up, and it looks pretty damn good, and it is. Wow, of course it is in. Making it an 8-point score. Of course he hits that. Near maxing himself out there. And we only have the best wide receiving group in the entire league. You know, nothing big. Like, by far, like, the entire receiving group is just insane. And we're just going to take that catch. Going to hurry up to the line, see what we can do with it. Could be a Corey Davis play. Look at that. Good catch. Oh my, hurry up to the line again. We don't have time for this. Same play as before. Might be a chuck it up play to Devontae, though. Does he have that? Oh, look at him. And they're going to reverse it. That's a terrible call. What? I mean, it's getting blurry, obviously. It's not your vision. What in the... How could you call that out? Come on, give us that one-on-one look. They do. Devontae. And he holds on. Under center. That is a bad decision, isn't it? Dobbins is like, can I play? And they pick it. Wow. That was good defense. And, of course, they're going to return it. Because that's what would happen in real life, right? He would risk a return. Who is that? God damn, dude. That's so BS. They locked up perfectly. Because route running doesn't exist on next gen. And it... Look at this! What is that? Let's take a look at the stat line. Zach Wilson had that pick. Don't know when it happened, obviously, but Devontae, jeez, that man had himself a game. Of course, look who it is. Yeah, this game and its scripting, man. 6 for 6 on the kicker. What a joke. I mean, I've had Tucker how many times, and I don't even know if he's ever had a perfect season or a perfect game. like constantly, but I mean, apparently Norton's that dude. And the Buccaneers get the rematch win again over the Chiefs. All right, let's see if we have any dev-ups. I think we'd have had maybe one, maybe a few on defense. Pat does get one. What about Corey Davis? We still can't get rid of him. Wow, we locked him in a little too hard, I think. Schroeder gets a dev-up to star, and I don't think there was anything else that we got. A little bit of an L season for dev-ups, but overall another pretty successful season. Obviously, Orlando Brown will be let go. We cannot afford him even if we wanted to. So there's that. Broke again. Devontae needs a contract. We'll let him go 100%. Corey Davis will probably be shortly after. So it might seem like it's early, but I don't know if it actually is. Once again, these rebuilds take so long. These longer rebuilds take so long that I'm just going to assume that's a fair trade. Let's actually put it in the old trade calculator. We probably just cucked them, didn't we? Yeah, we cucked them by like a 4th or a 5th, but yeah, whatever. I'm going to go Casey Pinkins, actually. 76 overall, normal, very fast. Debatable day 1 starter. I don't know, maybe like, season 2 starter. Hopefully that tight end. All right, we just basically passed on Pitts, apparently. All right, hopefully this is fair value as well. 59 and 91 for 33. There looks to be a potential, like, franchise tackle there. Can't tell, though. All these players look really good, so I'm willing to risk it. Blair Barton, we traded up for him. This is the guy. And once again, man, these drafts are so bad. The reason why I say that is because I expected a high overall, which I'll obviously take the hit in. That's the main goal, but I expected a high overall from those potentials. How do you draft linemen? It's just so random. Obviously, I'll take it. Hidden development lineman. Not easy to get, but sure. I don't think we actually really even need a corner. I think the 2 guys we have are actually locked in for some time, but still very good value. Maybe even play safety. Good zone coverage. Who knows? And like I said, very high overall. Dev's lacking a little bit. Insanely fast. I mean, he could be a starting free safety. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. All right, Jonathan McKee. We're going to take him. He looks like a pretty good value guard, and I suppose he is, but okay. Another normal. All right, another lineman. We're bound to hit another hidden, right? Maybe not. Down to a fullback. We do need a starting fullback, so we're going to draft him a little high, and he probably is worth it because he obviously was a bit higher than our average fullback. All right, so we only landed 1 hidden, I believe. Blair Barton, automatic right tackle starter. Maybe one day we'll be able to spend more money in free agency, and he is a superstar, actually. Okay, so that's a win. Let's take a look at that tight end we could have had. There was also a wide receiver in general that we could have had. So, Mr. A.J. Gay. Oh, come on. Like, he's so good, too. This is so freaking A.J. Let's take a look at the traits. And he is only star. I'm kind of curious to see what he is at wide receiver, though. 68. I mean, he would only be a 68 overall, which is really strange. Is it because of the release? It's because of the release, isn't it? Here's Mr. Rhodes, and it looks like we did make the good decision with him. He's got really good traits, but he is slower and all that good stuff. Technically, Season 6 now. This is the roster. Dobbins still hasn't gone up to Superstar. How old is Wilson now? He's 26. It's not that far. Devontae Adams, obviously, about to be 34 now. Getting up there in age. Obviously, we're going to be replacing him with Daquan Jordan, but we're going to be pretty much in the same boat because by the time Jordan needs a contract, he's going to be asking for similar to that. So it's a bit of a spot to be in. As far as everything else goes, it's looking pretty decent. We have a whole offensive line of stars or better. Will we be able to afford them forever? I don't know, though. Defensively now, linebacker Sullivan. Is this the year he needs a contract? I think it is. It'll be the year we lose him. As far as Schroeder goes, he'll be a starter for this year for sure, but Pinkins potentially looking to start the following year. I don't even know, but defensively, we're looking pretty good. Offensively, looking pretty good. This should be a team that should be making the Super Bowl consistently. I just can't imagine any other teams are being managed as well, quote-unquote, as well as us. 89 overall. I mean, we're seeing some okay high overalls, but no one even close to where we are. Obviously, we're still succeeding. Winning the Super Bowl isn't that easy to do. So, constantly making the playoffs with the Jets and making some pretty good runs is still a success. Just be nice to win some Super Bowls here. All right, like we said with Devontae Adams, he wants a 3-year 46. I don't know what the kind of... Oh, man, that contract situation. Neal, the DT, or Parker, the middle linebacker. He looks like... We already have a DT replacement, right? But DT's harder to draft. Oh, man, that's a tough one. We could afford both. Parker, Sullivan. I'm going to give Sullivan the deal. That's just too good of a deal, and it's I mean, they're both good positions. Before we do anything with Neal, let's take a look at our DTs. I think we're going to have to let Neal go. We have Franklin Myers, 2 years left. Williams has got 4 years left. Neal's a good player, but you know what? Let's do it. We'll afford him. Screw it. We're risking it all. I don't care. Headed to the playoffs. We do not make them. And then Stephens, it doesn't really matter to me. If he gets a contract, we're screwed anyways. Well, that's unfortunate, to say the least, obviously. Yeah, I mean, the window it's diminishing, right? I mean, surprised we're even going as hard as we are here. Zach Wilson, okay season again. The picks are a little bit high. Rushing touchdowns are pretty decent. Maybe it's time for a scheme change because this is not a good year at all. Parker Sullivan, decent. Sack totals. Pinkins, how the hell did he play so much? 631. I mean, that's not starter caliber, but it's still a lot of snaps. Okay, I mean, could go to star, and he was not even supposed to start in general. And then Matthews, maybe need a new kicker. Yearly awards, it's not going to matter, but Rookie of the Year, I suppose, on defense. Mackay. Yeah, Mackay Becton, best O-line. But yeah, no playoffs for the first time in I don't even know how many seasons, which is something New York Jets fans would love to hear. And the Ravens win the Super Bowl over the Washington football team. Let's take a look at the devs. We have no dev up for Dobbins still. So bad. Offensive line looks pretty damn good. Tight end obviously looks really good. Defensively, we actually did get a dev up. Schroeder looks like he's at superstar now. We could maybe get like a 4th-round pick for him. I think he needs a contract after this year. Can save some money. Actually, might need the contract like this year. So save some money. Start Pinkins, who actually had a really good year, and he actually looks like he went up to star. I couldn't see there. That's not what we were looking for. Yeah, so maybe a 4th-round pick for Schroeder. Save like 1.3 mil. And then start Pinkins, I guess. That wouldn't be the worst case in the world. And Stephens, did we re-sign him? Oh, we have to sign him this year. That sucks. 4.26 mil to work with. I mean, it's more than previous years out the gate, I'll tell you that. Myles Garrett, Chris Jones, Hawkinson, never went up higher than star. J.C. Jackson, a superstar. Devontae, obviously. T. Higgins never went up to star or Bev star. Either did Mark Andrews, Ali Marpet. I mean, there's some really good names here. You can see that, money has become a bit of an issue around the league because there's some really, really good players here that, shouldn't hit free agency, but you can't afford everyone. We trade him to the Rams for pick 97, saving some money, and obviously Pinkins can start now. All right, so I have no idea how long my mic was muted, but we ended up drafting a hidden development, star development quarterback, and I just said a bunch of words there. Some linemen that'll never start. We ended up drafting a superstar development middle linebacker, who I don't know when he'll start. And that's really all you need to know, honestly. That's really it. If my mic was muted as long as I thought it was, which I'm pretty sure it was because I'm a salesman. All right, midseason point. Daquan Jordan is one of the top names we have to re-sign. So that's who we're going to re-sign first. Corey Davis, that's actually not a lot of money considering Vernon Stephens. How has he actually played? Because that is a lot of money. I can definitely say that for a fact. And, I mean, look at these numbers. Like, so pedestrian. I'm just going to ignore the position, I guess. Mims finally going to be let go, I suppose. Bernard Matthews has been pretty awful, even though his ratings are actually pretty solid here. I mean, I guess Bernard Matthews, based on ratings, should get re-signed, right? Braden Mann, he's a pretty good punter. I don't think it really matters too much. We'll re-sign him. Corey Davis. That's not a lot of money at all, but 32. How hard did he regress last season? Can we see it? He got a speed upgrade, which could help. So he lost how many upgrades? 19 points. A 2-year deal. I mean, I think we could still rock that. If he's actually willing to take that, that's kind of low. I'll do it. All right, there you go. Fair enough. But yeah, Steffens, unfortunately. All right, playoff time, and we actually do make it. I was about to say, and of course we're not there, but we actually did make it. Regular season, we had a rough start. Lost a couple near the end of the season, and we still held on. Zach Wilson had a pretty damn good year, best in years. Dobbins' touchdowns are down, but yards per carry are still up. Pat with potentially a superstar X-Factor season. Daquan potentially there as well. Corey Davis, not bad. Mike Rhodes, not bad. Not great either. O-line, yikes. Monty Rice could go to superstar. Williams with 9.5. Dylan with 6.5. Parker Sullivan. Yeah, Steffens is he just hasn't worked out. He's a really good overall. He just doesn't do anything. He's just not good. I don't know what to tell you. I don't really care too much about the awards. This is like a decently long rebuild, so, I can't really look at all the awards every single time, especially with how mediocre we played. Mediocrely, I suppose, we played. Going up against the Jacksonville Jaguars. Let's see it. 7-0, 10-0, 10-7, 17-7. We're getting smoked. Honestly, I might start just simming without looking, and then just, if we make the championship or better, maybe we'll go in the game, because these are just sad wastes of time that make me depressed. Do we even have a chance? Are we going to stop them? Apparently we do, and we're just going backwards. I think we got lost on which direction we needed to go. It happens to the best of them. And that ball is surprisingly... What is wrong? Like, how is that not caught? Corey Davis is playing out of his mind at the age of 32. And he's out of his mind! Gets a little chip from Dobbins, and he's gone! What a god! Can't wait for us to miss the extra point. That's going to be fun. And we make it. They don't do anything with it. Can you drive down the field and win it? And that's a GG. You can't do that. I guess it's... Hello? I don't even know. I give up on... What is happening? How did we win? I don't even know what's going on, but we win the game. Okay, sweet. Almost 500 yards for Zach Wilson. Number 1 and number 2 draft pick battle. That would have been an epic one for the ages. We had ourselves a passing game for the ages. 2 for 5. And I just signed this man to a 4-year deal? Nice. 2 for 5. 94 kick power, 91 accuracy. Apparently awareness. What awareness do you need? You can kick far and you're accurate. The only problem is he gets scared because there's ants on the pitch. So his awareness, it hurts him. Like, come on, man. What is, like, I don't understand that, dude. And now we're in the snow, as if his kicking numbers needed to get any worse. Here he goes. He's going to miss 7 in this game. I'm still the quarterback. I don't know what the rankings are, but Zach Wilson's obviously 99 overall. He's got to be a top 5, top 10 quarterback at this point. 14-7. We're keeping it close so far, but defense really has no answer for the Chiefs. 21-15. Is that a safety? And, I mean, we're just doing nothing with the ball. And we've still got a chance. That's the thing that's crazy. You just got to do something with it. Finally scoring 5-point deficit. 3rd and 11. They get exactly 11, but they were short. Really? That's an interesting decision. Passing it short. Well, we lost. Yeah, we're only going to show championship or better. Maybe even not even that. Maybe only Super Bowl. Wow, what a game, Dobbins. Love the effort. And, okay, I mean, that's going to be season, 7 in the wraps now. How is this team not making a Super Bowl? I don't get it. Chiefs versus Buccaneers once again. Gotta love it. And this time the Chiefs do get their revenge. We're 96 overall. That'll obviously change with some free agents hitting the open markets. We have 2 more years of Corey Davis. Will he even be alive for that? That's the question. Still decently fast. Still definitely good enough to get the job done. Dobbins has got to be on that list soon, too. He's 29. Regressed a little bit already. Pat does go to X Factor, which is nutso mode. Rack him up. Rack him up with 84 speed, huh? That's something. Maybe, like, max security, but okay, sure. And then defensively, it looks like Williams finally gets to an X Factor, which is it's kind of clutch timing. I ain't gonna lie, pretty clutch, actually. Other positions, we didn't get any dev ups, but okay. I mean, I like it. Something to show for, I suppose. But yeah, Steffens couldn't afford him, and we could afford like half of his contract now. It'd be what it be. So the blessing and a curse. May or may not have sold a bit on the audio, and now we have a voiceover for 9 minutes. I say a blessing because it's probably been a 3-hour video. If not, curse because now I have to do this extra process. Of course, Pat getting on the older side, looking like he needs a contract. How is he the number 2 tight end? Like, how could he not be the number 1? I don't even know what to tell you. But, of course, things are going to speed along. You know, you're looking at the roster, not a whole lot different. The draft was not even it was pretty bad in general. The draft wasn't good. We have re-signings. Neil probably going to get the contract. Franklin Myers, maybe. The center will probably try to get back, but we are kind of on the broke side. So, yeah, a lot of these guys are going to be gone. You know, for sure, you're going to lose Dobbins here. And then I think, like I said, you keep Neil. Maybe you get rid of Franklin just because he is on the older side. I know he has superstar, but you can't keep all these these D linemen. I know we kind of have, but I feel like, you know, Neil's pretty young. Give him another shot. Give him another season, and he gets 3. John Franklin Myers, I think, will be given the deal to, try to, and then the center we probably should, but can you really afford all those linemen? I don't even know. Mike Rhodes, of course, gets the dev up, which is clutch, and of course we are in the playoffs going up against the Bills. You've locked up a playoff berth. Thank you. Of course, we obviously aren't going to be actually playing that game. We'll take a look at the stats and all that, and awards and whatnot. Maybe we don't even look at the awards. It depends on how good the season was. Obviously, we just beat the Bills, so in theory, you know, we won both games. I know they always say, oh, it's hard to beat a team 3 times, but I mean, we could be the team to do that, right? Like, why not? Corey Davis and Jordan, not bad at all. Pat, once again, at his old age, still, well, he's not really that old, but he, you know, at his older age, you know, he's doing pretty well. Hall, who apparently is now our leading tackler, which isn't a great thing because no one hit over 100. Sack totals were, you know, pretty pedestrian stuff, as you would expect from us. Murray, the rookie, didn't really do too well. Parham, not bad, actually. We beat the Bills in Sim, and we beat the Ravens really nicely in Sim. And now we take on the 88 overall Las Vegas Raiders. Here we are, up by 10. Halfway through the game, up by more than 10. I mean, that's quite the number you got there. Up 14. Up still 17 again. 14. Okay, they had a little bit of a chance. We come back and we hold on. I don't know what come back and hold on means here, but obviously a pretty damn good performance. 4 touchdowns, 1 pick. That's a pretty good ratio, obviously. We would like to clean that up to 0, but, you know, interceptions happen. You can't always control that stuff. Sack totals, obviously, about as average, is about what you're going to expect from us. And, of course, in the Super Bowl now, looking at dev-ups, and I'll be honest, I do not remember who didn't have a dev-up and who did. Williams may have just gotten X Factor. I really don't. I really can't tell. Tavares did. Yeah, Hall got one, but I don't know about anyone else. And here we're at halftime, down a significant amount of points, 24-0, but here we're climbing back. Only down 7 now. Fourth quarter, we're going to slow Sim in a little bit, and let's just make sure that we're... Ooh! You get a pick, and then we throw a pick. Absolutely love it. 24-17, and of course we lose the game. So Trill did about as well as he could, and then of course our man, Mr. Zach Wilson, clutching up in the Super Bowl. 4 interceptions, clutching up for that bag because he was paid $100 million to throw the game, apparently. As you can see there, sad day. And we're actually broke. We're not paying anyone. Everyone's gone. Bye. See you later, everyone. Best of luck to you. Isaiah Ware in the draft to replace Franklin Myers. Not bad. Not bad at all. Really good pick. Obviously, he's normal, but it happens a lot. That I'm not happy with. That was a pretty rough pick. Then we move on to another player, pass rusher. Could actually be our edge starter. Murray was okay. Maybe we give him another year, but not a bad pick. Higgins, who we need to start over Mr. Was it Barnett? What was his name? The center. And then obviously we have another tight end because he was just too good a value not to select. And that is pretty much that. Obviously looking at the roster, it's definitely looking a bit worse, but I mean, if we couldn't get it done with the best squad possible, maybe changing it up a little bit will help. I don't know how that's physically possible, but I guess on paper, being the best team isn't always the best. I guess you need chemistry. I don't know, dude. Words at this point. Williams on the older side, but he is an X factor. That's someone you maybe try to trade off. I don't know if we can actually pull that off. You might have to tag him and trade him. Barton obviously gets the deal as Mekhi Becton's kind of getting on the older side. I think he could be the new Mekhi Becton. Obviously, Pinkins having an okay season. He's done okay over his career, especially for Madden Sim. He deserves the contract, so we give it to him. Hall, we give him the deal because, of course, we can actually put him at corner in the future. You actually could play that if we need him to, which, you know, we might need him to. Cornerback's kind of getting older. Obviously, we get the playoffs and the bye week, so maybe this is the year. Obviously, we got to the Super Bowl last season. Can we maybe get there this time and win it all? I don't know. Of course, Zach Wilson having an MVP season as well, so I'm just saying, maybe. Of course, Joel Jackson was not a great running back at all. Daquan Jordan with a massive 23 touchdown season, 1,500 yards. This man's going to be better than Rice at this point. Looking at the yearly awards, MVP Wilson, MVP, my dude, finally. He's been kind of close a few years. He's been doing pretty well over the years and finally gets the credit he deserves. Look at the O-line, 4 out of 5. Not bad at all. Not even just 4 out of like 10, but literally 1, 2, 3, and 4. What a freaking squad. Of course, going up against the Jaguars in the championship round. Not a bad overall for them. 92 overall. You know, it's a fair loss. You know, teams that are 92 versus 97 lose or win all the time. So, you know, there's no guarantees at all. Up by 7, looking pretty good, though, as we give up 7 here. And we're just going to choke all the way, aren't we? This is going to be the biggest choke ever. Maybe not the biggest choke ever. There's other team, you know about. But 20 all. Let's see what we can do with 8 seconds left. Corey Davis to the outside, and he gets it. That's a really good play. No timeouts. Making about as much happen as possible. The question is, can we even get the ball here? We cannot, but there's maybe a deflection shot. And look at Pat. That's a really cool animation to get his hand up on the ball there, but unfortunately, you know, tips it up in the sky, can't really do much. Can you, I think you can. It's obviously almost impossible to orchestrate, but in that situation, he could literally, like, tip it back into the end zone, right? That's, like, the best play you could have, which, if you make that and somehow your teammate catches it, absolute greatest play of all time, hands down. Like, I don't care what luck is involved. That would just be the hands down greatest play ever, like, without a doubt. Like, people could say, oh, the Minnesota Miracle. Nah, dude, that was a guy afraid to hit someone early and get a penalty. I'm standing by that for life. That's a fluke play. Tipping the ball into the end zone purposefully so your guy can catch it. That's skill. That is insane. Of course, first pick wasn't great. Wesley, though, new starting safety, not bad. Joshua Trent, too good to pass, and maybe he was. Maybe he was a guy we could have passed on. Ratliff doesn't look super great, but he does have hidden. I don't know what the hell we're going to do with him. Maybe corner in the future? I don't know, but you're not looking, you know, he doesn't really look like he has that much promise. Wyatt Davis got to be getting up there at this point. A couple of guys potentially getting up there. D-line has been shifting around a lot, by the way. Pat needs the contract, looking like a god, no regression or anything like that. Why not? I think he can easily play that contract out before you have to worry about anything. Noel, you just don't let a speedster like that go away. Same with Rhodes. And Mekhi Becton getting offers, but he doesn't want to take it. We re-sign Trill. That might be a tag from our guy. Of course, we make the playoffs again. Zach Wilson, decent running. We don't talk about receiving. Apparently, we don't show about. Of course, really good stuff for Jordan again. And Rhodes kind of stepping up to the plate. Might get to superstar blocking. You know, pretty average stuff from Madden. And then defensively, Hall again, the number 1 tackler. Sacks, one of the worst, if not the worst season. Picks are kind of iffy always. Bernard Matthews has been okay. And here we are, already losing in the wildcard round. We had a breakout from Danny Murray, and of course, he absolutely fails it. Let's take a look at who is in the Super Bowl. The winner of that, probably going to be the Browns, let's be honest. Browns versus Eagles. Who would you put money on? That's all I want to know. Who would you put money on if your life depended on it? Of course, the Browns, right? Mekhi Becton gets the tag. And, yeah, obviously, you don't let him go. At least get one more year out of him. And Rhodes is superstar. You know what? Maybe our thought process is wrong. Maybe that's why we're struggling. Maybe instead of going for need, we got to sometimes go for greed. The running game situation, if I'm not mistaken, has been pretty bad. Once again, this is another day. This is a long video for me to make. Joel Jackson's a very good overall, but he's just not playing well. I am too bright for my age. I don't even know what that's supposed to mean. But this guy I talked about, a blazing 40, which doesn't always mean a lot, but he looks absolutely insane. We're going to take Martin McGriff. We get a 74 overall hidden. He looks like a god. He's going to be an X factor. We're going to be happy. Justin Turner went to the Raiders. He was a 73 overall, so one of you guys remind me, obviously, that's what I need. This has basically been like a Call of Duty boosting lobby with the Vikings. Basically, just boosting each other up at all times, getting our headshots in the corner with our tactical insertions. Knox, and that should be good. So what do we want? Middle linebacker. Right end is probably the bigger need, so I'm going to go with the right end first. Devontae Barnes, 72 overall normal. Very fast. We keep drafting these types of players, so I don't know, maybe one of these times they'll be gods. It's a bit of draft capital, but even this, believe it or not, is actually not enough technically for the trade, I guess. I don't know how that works, but apparently it's not, so I guess it is late thirds, but regardless, it's very close. Now, we're going to go with Amari Knott, and he was not very good. We're also going to just trade Jackson off. I know you're thinking 90 overall, but you guys have seen how he's played. 97 and 87 from the Panthers. This new running back is our guy, no matter what. So obviously we know McGriff is going to be the starting running back. He's wearing number 40. He's already doomed to fail. Please be Superstar or X Factor. Wow, that was... Okay, so that was a sell. However... 25 again. 25 for a power back doesn't really look good. We'll change that. But Alabama, power back, really fast. He's got to be good. Come on, man. He's got to be good. And look at this. What is this? What is this? What? Hello? Hello? All right, here's the DT, Justin Turner, and we did not sell. Draft wasn't great, but... that was like the other choice. The elite moves have been made. We moved Hall to corner. Doesn't lose a single overall. We moved Knott to strong safety. He actually jumps 2 overall. Tell me why we aren't the greatest to ever do it. Tell me. Give me one good reason why we aren't the greatest to ever do it, besides the fact that we never win a damn Super Bowl, it seems lately. Like, damn it, you got me. That was my reason. All right, we trade Parham and a 5th-round pick to the Lions for the projected pick, number 30. What will it be? I have no idea. We also do have a decision that we might have to make near the trade deadline, and that is Mr. Nazir Gross. The reason why I say we're going to wait is normally I would just trade him because I feel like we should, money-wise, but he's really good, and more importantly, I don't know what his contract's going to be. I don't know how much money we have, because these could be like 1-year contracts for like a guy like him, 1 year, 2 year for Becton. So a lot of these could be 1 or 2 years, so we're not really cucking ourselves that bad anyways. I don't want to get rid of talent prematurely. Speaking of, probably shouldn't have gotten rid of Jackson. We're also going to trade Friedman off for a 4th-round pick, which is pretty fair in my opinion. All right, here we are for year 11 now. This is what the team looks like. I got to remember not to delete this one because, of course, we are likely to go to 30 years on a second parts. If you guys really, like these two, because obviously we'll do another one at some point. I don't know how long it'll take me, but if you actually like the 30-year, maybe we will do a proper, full start to finish 30-year. I just don't know how to condense it. These already take long enough for me to record in general, so I'm not exactly sure what I need to do to make these faster, but there's got to be something. Overall, though, there's got to be something to get us into the damn Super Bowl and win it, but overall, the team obviously looks really good, but it is getting worse over time. It's just not every team can be perfect, and I would imagine, to this day, honestly, for the last maybe even half decade or longer, we've probably been the best team in the league. You're probably looking at our team always getting these high overalls, enveloping them really well, and you're probably thinking, maybe Slider's a little too high. And honestly, I was thinking that too, but as you can see here with the overalls, it's very, Madden par-ish, right? I'd say at best, there's maybe 1 overall or 2, a little bit higher than it should be, but overall, it's pretty fair. This is where you would like to see a franchise league be, especially after a decade. I think those are pretty fair sliders, honestly, and I'll show you guys real quick what our sliders are. I don't remember exactly how great they are, but these are what I felt like were good. Please, Makai, I don't even know who the hell we're talking about here. Who is it? I don't even know who that is. I don't even know, but these are the XP sliders we have, just in case you want to do something like this yourself. Quarterback might be a little high, but it depends, because if you have a normal dev guy, you're never going to get him up if it's under 200, really. Running backs, I think, is fair. You can see there's a decent bit of running backs, but running backs in the real world are, there's a lot of them. They're dime a dozen. They're very common to do well. So maybe 142 for a running back, maybe 140 for wide receiver. O-line, I think, is fine, maybe even a little too low. And then defensively, maybe middle linebackers drop it to like 140. And then everything else, I think, is pretty fair. I mean, the corners, I looked around the league when trying to trade Parham, and the average, top corner on most teams was about an 87. There obviously were some in the 90s, but around an 87. A couple of teams had a backup 85 or better, but most were about 84 or lower. So, I mean, I think those sliders are really good. Who are they talking about? Darren Briggs. Was that the tight end talking about him? Because Darren Briggs is a tight end. I don't understand. All right, Zach Wilson wants actually kind of a massive deal. I don't see him dropping anytime soon. So, okay, never mind. 2 year 40. I mean, I think that's pretty much what we've been paying him, so we can definitely pull that off. And then this is where we need to get a little more conservative. Oh, God. Wyatt Davis is the better player. Man, everyone's sucking. That's it. I'm not going to go any further. I have more loyalty to Wyatt Davis because he, of course, was one of the original linemen on the team. Can you guys stop? Can you just stop? Of course, Brady, man, you're going to pay this for punters anyways. You're going to pay him that. Yeah, we're going to have to trade off Nasir Gross, assuming I didn't sell on the deadline again, which I don't think I did. And we do trade Gross off for pick 29, which, I mean, I know he's 31, but he's still in the prime of his, well, maybe not the prime of his career, but he's going to last another 4 or so years. If you can get a top 3 offensive lineman for the next 4 minimum years, I think a first-round pick's probably worth it. Maybe it would be a second. I don't know. But that's, I mean, you can move him to tackle. Do whatever you want. I ain't going to stop you. Contract length is good. That's about it. One of you is pushing it. It may be all of you, in fairness. But one of you is kind of pushing it here. At least Neil's straight up, just need a little bonus. And, I'll stay. Thank you. Thank you. Murray isn't actually asking for that much. He's 89 speed. He is 87 finesse. We haven't really given a second He's actually not bad. I'll do it. That's not that bad, actually. We'll keep him. Weatherspoon, he's not that great of a player, so we're going to let him go. Swede, never really got too much of a chance. Okay, so our contract, I think Nasir was a really good decision to get rid of him. And then we're going to be able to tag one of these guys. Obviously, Wilson would be the guy we would tag if we lose both. So, hope we can get one of them. And I'm going to I'm going to sign, I'm going to offer Becton first because I actually kind of want Wilson to be the guy to decline, right? So, I'll offer him up to this, and if he doesn't take it, screw it. Okay, there we go. I mean, his per year money there was 38 mil. The tag couldn't be much more than 38 mil. All right, headed to the playoffs, and let me tell you, Week 11 was an interesting week. Because it was the first week we actually lost on the entire season. And then another interesting thing is that we lost the final 2 games of the season, which is really, really fun to do. That's great stuff. Losing the bye week at 13-3 when we had one at 12-4 and 11-1. Very interesting stuff. This is why I didn't want to tag him in the long run anyways, is because he didn't deserve to be tagged. He deserved to be signed. McGriff, I don't understand. I really don't. I actually changed the scheme for the first time in a couple of seasons, and you could tell, we did really well in the passing game and all that, but kind of got cucked on the rushing attack again. I don't know what scheme we need to play, but I don't know. I played Tennessee. Passing was good. Rushing wasn't. We played Cleveland. Passing was good. Rushing wasn't. I mean, outside of the Kareem Hunt years, there's really been nothing to be happy about. As far as sacks, though, this is one of the better seasons I've seen. Not even just for this franchise, but just in general. That's really good numbers. 4 guys in the double digits almost. Who's this? 99 overall. A couple of 99 overalls in the league, obviously, but not always. Not always. And look at that. Got a couple of awards, actually. Could this be the year? Of course. Once again, these videos are getting long enough, or this video is getting long enough as the way it is. So we are going to be simming until we get to the championship, and we don't get there as we lose to the Bengals. Of course, a lot of this has been draft stuff, so I do kind of want to take a look at the game we lost at least and see what the performance was like. And Zach Wilson, the habitual offender. What is wrong with him? Why does that happen? It's got to be just random RNG, right? 4 interceptions in the playoffs. How is he so good and then he just sucks that bad? That just doesn't exist. Like, there's good regular season performers, and then they're not that great in the playoffs, but not that bad, right? And, of course, the Saints, who I believe we have their first-round pick, maybe it isn't the first-round pick. I don't remember, but they do win the Super Bowl, it appears, as we skipped past the re-signing. Didn't have any guys to re-sign anyways, thankfully. And let's see if we had any dev-ups. Of course, Mr. Rhodes. How old is he now? He's only 27. Is X-Factor, Grab and Smash, Salado-Matic. I would say rack him up probably, right? Grab and Smash isn't bad, but I think that's more power-ish stuff. As far as defensively, Not didn't go up in dev. Ware didn't go up in dev. Soriano didn't go up in dev. Little surprised by some of those. Pinkins was already superstar, so a little shocked by the fact that we didn't see a dev up for Ware or Soriano. And this guy's star development. That's it. That's all I've got for you. Do we have any contracts that are going to go down the next season? We do see Jordan's going to go down. We do see Sullivan's going to be sent to free agency. Trill will probably be sent to free agency. Cornerback and middle linebacker are needs. The window is past how many years ago, but the window is officially passing like this season. Like, we are going to be losing some key players. If you lose your superstar corner, your superstar X-Factor middle linebacker, and potentially your left end, I don't know how you get better, So this is a rough one. Obviously, we don't care about free agency, so there's literally nothing we could do. And you could join the league. Actually, no. Wait a minute. You can't join the league because I actually need to do this some more. Sorry, I know you want to join the league, but... Right, so we have a lot of first-round picks. So, obviously, we did trade off a lot of really good talent. It might happen again, actually. 28, 32, and 23. This guy was a good combine person. I don't know if I would be willing to risk it all on him. And then there's a guy named McKinney won the Heisman, and I don't see him yet, which is obviously a very good sign for us. Is this the guy? I don't remember if they mentioned his first name, but they probably did. I'll probably take a look back at it. It may be worth risking it on him. It very well could be. Like, I've never looked directly into a dog's anus before, but scouting/drafting offensive linemen in Madden 21 has to be a very similar experience. It just must be. Like, I don't know if I will ever, but I may have to just for scientific comparisons. But, it's not good. 50-year options, we broke. All right, it's draft time. I do not know how important wide receiver is for us here because Jordan's got to be getting pretty old. He's got to be, regressing next season. Yeah, 30 years old. He's not getting any younger. I don't know if we have to re-sign him soon. I'd maybe imagine so with that hit not being super rough. So I think you risk it on a Heisman wide receiver. If you bust... It's not the first time we've busted in this. Okay, that's interesting to say. If he's there around 16, I think we'll trade up. If the trades are good and the teams are willing, why wouldn't they? I don't know if the trade was good there. I kind of just jumped the gun. I figured the updated trade logic should be able to tell me if it's that bad or not. Marcus McKinney. Ooh. Okay, maybe I might have to take a step back. His combat report's actually a lot worse than I thought. I thought it was a 4.53. It's a 4.58. I know that's not crazy bad, but when you compare that with the 20-yard shuttle, okay, so I really want Sharif Evans, and I really want... Oh, Nate Dobbins ain't bad either, though. These guys... This is tough now. We also have this DT. Oh, we have a DT that's a first-round pick. I don't want to be known as a habitual seller, though. The Heisman winner is usually Superstar or X-Factor, but I have seen stars before... Nah, we're going to risk it. Screw it. Okay, like I said, he's going to be hidden. We're hoping for... Oh, my God, he's slow. He's just going to be kind of an unusual slot receiver, I guess. I don't know if they even want it. I don't know if that's fair or not. I don't really care, honestly. Joe Parker, 288. Decently fast, 6'3". I'm liking it. I'm kind of disliking it. disliking it. Oh, man. It's not great, but it's not the worst. If Sharif is there, I'll take him. But once again, don't really need a pass rusher that bad. Damn it, he's there. I have to take him. Screw it. We'll see what we can do with him. I knew it. He's not bad. It's just... He's not very good. That was a sell. Didn't need him. Damn it. Anthony Saxton, second best. Could be first best. Oh, he's so low of an overall. Well, I will say, pre-draft, this looked like an amazing opportunity. Post-draft, we sold unbelievably. A lot of positions to see if we sold upon or not, so we'll get to that after this. Marcus McKinney, give us a W. I will say a superstar would be worth the pick. And, okay, yeah, that's worth it. Superstar X Factor. If you have a chance at the Heisman, I think you just have to go for him, right? They're going to be hidden. You may get unlucky, but typically you're going to get Superstar or X Factor, right? It's just going to happen. Here's the safety that the Panthers took. An absolute W of a pick. The Panthers and safeties. No better combo, I'll tell you. Well, not really, to be honest, but Chin and this guy, I guess. And then the other safety they took that one time. Was Nate Dobbins one of them? I can't remember. Hidden development, Gillisley, normal. I mean, this Dobbins guy, outside of being Superstar X Factor, can't really technically be too much better than our guy. Here's Du Bois, 71 overall, and he was also normal. Fast as hell, really good traits, but yeah, it's just the way it is. So I think we're on to year 12 now. This is what the roster looks like. I'm going to be honest. We are entering some very interesting territory. I think there's a very good chance we, like I said, lose Trill and Sullivan. If I was going to choose which one I would want to lose, I would say, I wouldn't want to lose any of them, but Trill has to be the guy, right? Like, he's 32. Still, even though I think he's valued, he's got some value, I don't think you want to get rid of him, I think you just try and hope maybe this is the year. At the end of the day, yes, building a roster is, a nice thing, but the main goal is to win the Super Bowl. So, if we lose a ton of value on, True Williams, but it brings us a Super Bowl, it's obviously worth the trade-off. Right, here it is. Do we have any money at all to spend? Okay, apparently we do. We actually have some money to spend. So, Isaiah Ware, I suppose D lineman like him, even though he is like a block shedder, is kind of tough to get. He is really strong. I'm actually going to give him the 3-year deal. We're going to give him the 3-year deal. We're going to give Parker the 3-year deal as well. And I think we're just going to let Trill go. He's 32. He probably will regress hard anyways. I guess we're not as screwed as I thought. Oh, we kind of are. I forgot about Cade Higgins. I just don't think he could pay all these linemen. I think he got to just keep replacing center. We've been this tight on money, and that was the motto we went with Cade Higgins when we drafted him. So I think it's important. Bernard Matthews, I think, is probably worth the contract. Kickers are some of the most underrated positions in the league. You love to hate them, but when you have a good one, you don't let them go. And we got a bye week. Maybe this is the year. 12-4. Let's take a look at the season. It was kind of like an average. 12-4 is not really an average season, but kind of the typical season, I suppose. Let's take a look at the season itself. Statistically, Zach Wilson, very good numbers yet again, but will he sell in the playoffs? That's what matters. And McGriff, hold up. Haven't changed the scheme since last season. Maybe he's grown into his own here. It wasn't the worst season in the world for a rookie in, the first year on a team that does like to pass the ball. So, maybe he's got a shot. McGriff, not a bad upgrade, actually. I don't know how that didn't upgrade his overall, but power back style can get it done elusively as well, so not bad. Daquan Jordan is, I don't know if, what his season-to-season stats have been, but with that 23 and this 20, he's potentially a Hall of Fame. Oh, no, he had a really bad first 3 seasons. Damn. He's still probably on par for the Hall of Fame, but I was going to, go as far as to say greatest of all time. But yeah, he had some, when you put up 43 touchdowns in 2 seasons, you'd expect, maybe greatest of all time category, but, he wasn't as consistent early on. Neil, Pinkin, Soriano, Noel, not really a fan of the way Ware played after we just signed him. Of course, he isn't a pass rusher per se, so honestly, maybe make the argument to put him at DT and move Neil to left end or something. But those are the numbers. Potential MVP stuff. Baker Mayfield on the Rams. Zach Wilson, number 2. Number 1 offensive player of the year, obviously. Best QB, best wide receiver. Where was our running back? He's number 4. If somebody else, makes the Super Bowl there, maybe we can get him in the Pro Bowl. We had 5 on the list for offensive linemen, all 5. But here we are. Maybe we got a shot. Of course, we'll be in to watch it if we just win one sim. The Browns are not an easy team to beat ever, though. And that still reigns true. 12 going on 13 seasons down the line. You've got to be kidding me. We're not going to get a single Super Bowl win having a God squad this whole time. Are you kidding me? Are you actually kidding me? Please. How? I honestly don't know how. Browns versus the Lions, 2016, was it 2016-ish? It would have been like, wow, that's something. The Browns do win it all there. You can see our overall has dropped quite a bit, and I don't even think it's fully, registered, right? McKinney didn't really go up that much, but he didn't really play that well in his first year anyways. But, Mekhi Becton retired? By the way, he's only about to be 22 in April of this year. So mathematically speaking, he would have been 34 at best in this situation. Maybe even should be 33. And he retired. We can afford Tristan Wirfs, but honestly, like I said, I kind of want to clean the slate a little bit. Parham is in a free agency, and he's actually still pretty good. So it's definitely fair to say, Curtis Livingston, he's actually really good. I'm going to move him to tackle, I think. I wasn't going to sign a guy, but he looks really good. He's built to play tackle as well. I'm down. And that's pretty much it. That's literally all we can afford. All right, we get the center, as expected. New left tackle. We kind of need a center, but we did draft one, so I'd be fine with keeping him there. All right, so we actually don't have that many draft picks left, and we have a lot of positions to fill. We don't really need running back, but they talk about Mr. Where the hell is he? Taylor Salas as the real deal, as they say. 23 years old. I mean, he's probably worth going for. They mentioned that people are scared of Jennings because of his weight. I'm not scared of his weight. I need more cushion for the push. We got some DTs. And there's no one it would appear. I mean, there are some players, but there's no one it would appear that we should trade up for. So at least we don't have to worry about that. We'll just go straight to the pick and see where we're at. So we're going to trade down with the Chargers, gain a third next year, move to 36. We might still be able to get one of the DTs, which would be like a future protected pick type of situation. There's one DT left. I think Finley actually was the guy I wanted to get anyways. It was. We're going to go with Finley and see if we can get lucky. And we do not. I mean, I still think, I'm not saying that guy's good by any means, but I still think we probably have to let Neal go. We did lose a lot of talent, though, so maybe we don't actually. And now we're going to take Jarek Jennings, see if we get lucky. And, normal development rate. Finally, he's still really good, though. He's in a really good jump. Well, not a really good jump, but really good catching for a rookie middle linebacker. Decent coverage ratings, good hit power, really fast. Not a bad pick, obviously. We're going to take the running back Salas, and he is hidden development trait. We now have I guess to be fair, he is kind of similar to our guy anyways. And then we never got a punter, so Colby Lincoln looks pretty damn good, actually. And he is, kick power is terrible, but hidden development trait. Normally I don't really care too much to boost the overalls, but we are going to put him at 90. We made that, argument that rookies should all be 90-plus kick power minimum. And that was our only hidden development guy. We did have a couple of other options, so we will take a look quickly at them, but I'm not going to spend too much time on it. Star development, didn't really expect much out of him, but 90 kick power I think is fair. Our best player in the entire draft was a freaking punter. Oh, yeah, we did have the running back, actually. He was hidden. Forgot about that. This guy's 79 overall. Hidden development rate. Yo, is this Adrian Peterson? Obviously a bit slower than him, but the 94 speed's not bad. It is. It's Adrian Peterson. It's actually really solid looking. How the mighty have fallen. Tua is going to be our backup quarterback. All right, year 13, and it's our worst roster we fielded in some time. I mean, still a pretty good team, but it's definitely one of our worst. This guy was superstar. It's not really going to affect too much, though. The receivers are insane. Pat, how old is he now? 34. He's got to be reaching the end, right? He's got to be getting close. He may just barely make it till the end of the 15 years, but yeah, we're getting interesting here with Zach Wilson at 33 as well. His contract is coming up. Is it actually this season already? I don't even know. Defense is where it took the major hit. Ratliff goes back down to corner. Actually, maybe he was already corner. Was he safety down to corner and then corner to safety and then safety back to corner? I don't remember. But number 2 corner, Raphael Ratliff. He's all right. Not bad. Looking at the D-line, I mean, it's a good team still. It's just, once again, we are lacking more than we were before. Oh, really? I was going into this re-signing period thinking we could actually get Wesley on a cheap deal, but now I don't know if that's true. Maybe another potential cornerback shift. It's not worth it. Daquan Jordan, a 4-year 95. Wow, we are broke. So safety's not a hard position to fill. Soriano, I think, is too good of a deal not to sign. So honestly, at this point, we may be avoiding per position signings, and it may be more based on how good of a deal it is. Like Ratliff, I know he's not great, but he's decent enough, and a 2-year 5 is an amazing deal. Daquan Jordan, we probably don't need him anymore, but I do love this man, so I may tag him. And then Neal, I think it's not a bad deal. But we don't need that many. You know where we're going to finally let go of Neal, I think. Neal's going to be let go. Wesley, we're going to let go. You know, should we? Nah, he's a safety. They aren't going to be that high of value. So Wesley and Neal, we're going to go. We're going to tag Jordan. Going to re-sign Ratliff, and then everyone else is gone. Playoffs time, and we get another bye week at 12-4. I don't know what when's the last time we missed the playoffs, but we've had ourselves some pretty good seasons. We just haven't been able to win. We just haven't been able to win at all. Zach Wilson crushing it yet again. McGriff, not as good as last year, but still good enough. Daquan Jordan, this is why we're tagging him, even though we have McKinney. Blocking, one of our better seasons for blocking, considering this is one of our worst seasons for actual roster talent. Ratliff got the 3-year deal. Could go to superstar. That could be clutch. Soriano, worth the contract. Pinkins, he's always been pretty decent. Neal, one of his worst seasons, but still good, considering he is mainly a block shedder. Bernard Matthews has been a very pleasant surprise. And Zach Wilson finally gets MVP and then sweeps pretty much every other award possible. Barton at the best offensive lineman spot. Rest in peace, Mekhi Becton. And ironically, after we lose all of our players, this will be the season we do it, huh? Uh-oh. Is this Pat? No. He's gone. No. You're too high of an overall to retire on us. What the hell? You know what? Because it's our man, Pat, I'm actually going to go in. I'm actually going to go in and watch this, because this is going to be a big sell. The tight end position is just a position we haven't had to even think about. And yet, here it is. It's going to be one of our focal points now. Sad day. Houston got smoked. Nice. Those Chiefs always making the Houston Texans feel bad. Chargers. Okay, we get a touchdown right back. 14-7. I got a tickle in my throat. I'm going to cough. It's going to be brutal. 70-14, 21-17. A bit of a gunslinger show here. And we're down 3. Up 4. Come on. Up 7. They tie it up. Okay, let's slow down a little bit. I believe this is their ball. Oh, it's not their ball. Oh, it is their ball. It's not their ball. I don't even know. Good job, Soriano. He's maybe taking the reins for the defense. We get all the way down, and we get 3 only. The defense is trying, and they hold them just enough, and we move to the championship game. Finally back in business at the championship game. I love it. Wilson threw that one pick, but it's not that bad. He did all right. McGriff was kind of bad, though. Pat with a decent performance, most catches and all that, probably clutch first downs. And, yeah, I mean, it's a pretty clean game outside of that pick. 2 games away, coach. 2 games, and I think we got a shot. Did they actually fix that, or did it actually, I don't even know. Team leader, what does he want? What do we want? Super Bowl bound. Okay, I guess they didn't fix it. Yeah, we're not Super Bowl bound. Please just let us have one. Honestly, just let us have one. Where's the snow, dude? Where's the snow? We're trying to have some sort of winning here. Oh, the NFC don't look too strong. I know the Washington has won a few, but come on, man. Come on, New York. You can do it. I believe in you. 10-3, 13-3. It's okay. It's okay. We believe around here. Halftime, we're down 6. That's not the worst. Defense is doing all right. Offense gets 3. Be nice to get a touchdown. Okay, it's 16 all. It's not the game we expected, but things happen. And I don't know how we got the ball back, but, it's not going to be often you get the ball back like that. This has got to be the opportunity. Really good punt by them, though. Driving down. 23-16. The Chiefs choke it, and we're back in the Super Bowl. Is this a second Super Bowl we've been to? I can't remember. But here we go. Zach Wilson. I mean, not a great performance at all, but Mahomes didn't do that well either. McGriff was okay. What about Pat? I mean, pretty consistent stuff, right? Back-to-back games with almost the exact same stat line. Defense went off. Look at the sack totals. Mahomes and bad offensive lines. Name a better iconic duo. Oh, yeah, EA and bad offensive lineman drafts. Nice. Here it is. Super Bowl bound, baby. Against Washington as well. Okay. Interesting. We did just mention that they've won a few, which I think they have. I know they've won at least one. Looking at dev ups, offensively, there wouldn't have been any. Defensively, though, potentially. Come on, not get a dev up, you idiot. Defensive, we didn't get any. Ratliff didn't even go up, and he had tackles. Yikes. I mean, Murray is still normal at outside linebacker. What a joke. But 12-4 going against 9-7. 93 going against 85. And Chase Young, I believe, was a free agent. He's back. He's back. They got Trey Lance still popping off. All right, here it is. Let's see it. Come on, New York. Just one. Just one. This is, it's kind of random timing. You know, it's not like at the 10-year mark, the 5-year mark, the first year, you know, the 15th, whatever. But I don't care. I don't care if it was the 7th year and whatever the random year is. Just give me one, please. Please. This team has deserved it for how many seasons. Kind of sucks to see some of the OGs go and, you know, miss their opportunity in the Super Bowl here. 20-10. This is a close battle. I'm going to slow this sim down a little bit. It's only fair. And, guys, please hit the field goal. Bernard Matthews has been clutch, but will it matter? Because they're driving. I will come in for this one. I do not care. This is a long rebuild. Bernard Matthews, the guy himself, but the offense. I'm coming in. I don't care. I just don't want to lose by some weird BS. You know? Oh, what happened to the clock? Did they get cucked by EA? They are EA, so, you know, don't feel bad for them. 3-man deep. Oh, they did get cucked by the clock. Actually, we were about to get cucked, I think. All right, Ware, who I don't think is a very good pass rusher. I think he's just a block shedder. Here it is. Oh, maybe he is. I don't know. On the run, Trey Lance. No shot. Good D. And the Jets win the Super Bowl. I was getting Bulldogs flashbacks. Oh, my. That is the win. This is why we've never done like a rebuilding until they've won the Super Bowl situation, because we built ourselves quite a good team, and it's taken 13 seasons. One of our worst rosters in at least 6 or 7 years, and it's the roster that gets the job done. Zach Wilson is a Super Bowl champion, and that may be something with the title, but obviously with 15 seasons, you would probably expect maybe a 3 or 4 by now, honestly. You would have expected 3 or 4 with the roster we've built. Yeah, but it hasn't happened. I'm just glad we've gotten one. Wilson, apparently the player. I mean, if that's player of the game, non-quarterbacks winning the Super Bowl MVP is just doomed. It's just not going to happen, right? It's just, oh, man. But we've done it. Confetti out of the stadium. I love it. It's my favorite thing in the entire world. It just looks like it's snowing. It's a great way to pollute the world. And who doesn't love killing nature? What a neck. Wilson's like neck looks like it's about to pop out. Like there's one of those aliens in his neck. What the hell was that? Of course, here's the squadron. Sullivan, he's a long-term player, you know, long-time beast. Mekhi Becton, though, he got scammed. I'd just make some sort of argument that Mekhi Becton was one of the offensive lineman coaches, and we just forgot to show that to the public. It's just such a scam. Performances, I mean, yikes, right? That's 56% in the Super Bowl. Come on, man. Receiving, I mean, I suppose who would you give it to? There's got to be a defender, maybe? I mean, there really is no one that deserves the Super Bowl MVP. Actually, I'd give it to the damn kicker. I legit would. 4 for 4. Did he hit any long ones? Oh, easily the MVP of the Super Bowl. 4 kicks of 50+. And if he misses even a single one, we don't win the Super Bowl. Get out of here with that weak performance by Wilson. Hands down. Hands down. I would create a social media movement if I could. Not enough skill. Oh, come on, man. But hey, guess what? We done it. Pat looks like he can retire on top, I believe. You know, he could still stay. We've seen that before. Not to mention, he is still really good, so it's kind of unfortunate if he retires this early. There's no way he's going to retire already, right? He's like 34, 35. It's like a 99 overall. He's like 90-something overall. He did! Why? Who said that was okay? Who said that was something he could do? Pat, come back to me. Wow. Oh, that's a bit of a sell. Ain't gonna lie, we'll still do it though. Damn, that hurts. That was pain. Of course, Joshua Trent's like, I heard you need a tight end. And I'm not paying that much though, buddy. All right, so headed on to year 14. No tight end. No salary cap space again. $3 million, and we just lost our star tight end. Like, what can we actually do to get better here? There's nothing. Kyle Pitts would have been fun. How is he still around? Is it a speed thing? He's 35. Like, Pat couldn't have been higher than 35. It must have been 34 or 35. Oh, man, that's a scam. Should we try to lowball Trent, see if he wants to come back? I don't know. This is sucky. I mean, it's just a random choice. Just RNG. RNG it up, baby. Hey, hidden development. All right, that's a win. I really had thoughts that that left tackle was going to be hidden development, so we'll see. By the way, look at our Corey Stewart, 94 overall. Worth it in the end. Still on their team. What a win for them. So we moved down to 74, gain a 4th next year for the what would appear to be the final draft, at least for, you know, this portion. Which is kind of why I like this like longer term thing, because even though we're going to end the video at some point, we will continue this at some point as well. And then with this pick, obviously, Dion Duckworth. Probably another one of those high overall, no dev situations, but we'll see. And yeah, as expected, but still worthy, obviously. 77 overall, it's a steal. I'm actually going to take the safety. I think he looks good enough to take him. Could be corner, actually. 68 overall, and yeah, kind of built more of a corner. How good was the corner did we get? Maybe he can play safety, and then this guy will play corner. Whitley's still here. I mean, I didn't really plan on taking this guy, but he looks pretty good. I like it. I'm going to take him. 69 overall normal. It's a good pick, but once again, no dev, unfortunately. This tight end's gone in the 4th. That would be quite something, and he's not. Let's see how good he is. And, okay, I'm going to be honest. I did not expect hidden. I expected him to be a higher overall, though. Like, what is it called? The potentials were misleading. Didn't he have an A-? I know A- could be anywhere from like 80 to an 89 for some weird reason. That's how that works, but that seems strangely low. I will take the hidden, though. Likely going to be star, but I've seen superstar and better. Well, maybe not superstar and better, but superstar in the later portion of the draft, so I'm just saying. All right, the Bears owe us one for that quarterback. We're going to give a 5th round off him next year. Bears are like, what do you mean? We gave you value back. All right, so we landed the DT. It doesn't really matter what his dev is. Either he's going to guaranteed start or he's not going to. I can't remember. We'll look. I think he's guaranteed not to start. Yikes, star development trait's kind of rough, but it'd be what it be. And then we have the tight end who, I mean, this is kind of cheesing, but I'm going to start him regardless of the dev, I think, because, I mean, the other guy, he's 26, and he is star. So 82 overall. Maybe we got ourselves another Pat in the future. I don't know. Pat was only star to start, so you never know. We are now on to Season 14, unless I miscounted. I'll count last second, hopefully. Offensive line, center's looking rough. Right guard's going to be gone after this year. Left tackle may be gone after this year. Left guard may be gone after this year. Jordan likely will be gone after this year. Wilson's got to be regressing soon. McGriff needs a contract this year. Defensively, Sullivan may need a contract. Same with Noel. The safeties are interesting. Tavares Hall may need a contract. Ware could be gone after this year. So we did win the Super Bowl. That's all I can tell you. Because honestly, I don't know, at least for the next few years, this team is going to be sitting at, you know? And for anyone crying about XP, we have literally just maxed him. So stop. All right, Zach Wilson wants a 1-year 30. Oh, we rich now, boys. Now we have the money when all our players are retired or just not good enough to keep. Zach Wilson's going to get the 2-year 76. Exactly what he's hoping for. Pinkins is a tag. I'll be honest with you. I love him. He's played pretty well. He's a tag. Daquan Jordan could probably still stick around, couldn't he? And we paid him more than that. You know what? We're just going to ruin McKinney. I think we're actually just going to trade McKinney, honestly. A 5-year 54 for a barely average running back. His ratings are insane. You definitely don't let him go in a user league, but I mean, he just isn't playing that well. And ironically enough, this is one of his best seasons yet. I just don't think you could pay a running back, even though he's been one of our best. Wyatt Davis would be an after-the-season type situation, I think. Livingston, I think, is probably good enough to give the 2-year deal to, I suppose. That's a lot of money. We can find better in free agency. Left guard, 2-year 10, 85 overall. I think we could probably get better in free agency or just re-sign him. Bernard Matthews is going to get at least 1 more year. I just don't know how long he'll last. Not will be replaced. So here's the thing. We're going to be losing a lot of starters, but for the first time in how many seasons we'll actually be able to afford free agents. So the team's going to look different, but it should still be very talented. So it's going to be an interesting one to say the least, but a nice little shake-up as well. Martin McGriff could still get the re-signing. We'll see. 10 mil per isn't crazy bad, especially when we have the amount of money we do, but man, that's a lot for a running back who's once again been pretty average. All right, head to the playoffs. Let's see what we got. And another veteran about to retire. 13-3, no bye week. Wyatt Davis lost a step. Oh, man, I feel so sad. You've not lost a step, big fella. You've gained a step. I don't know what that's supposed to mean. He's clearly not gained a step. He's the people talking about him are 100% right. He's lost a step. But he can still add another Super Bowl ring to his total. Be known as one of the greatest to ever do it. Let's see. Obviously, a really good season. No bye week this time, but we could still work it out. Zach Wilson, another really good season. This man is... McGriff! Why? All of a sudden, now he wants to play really good? Oh, we might have to pay him. But obviously, if his number increases, then yeah, you see you later. Soriano! 16.5. If that isn't Superstar, I will be boosting that. I'm just going to be honest with you. He's been making his way up there, and it's taken some time, but he's always shown to be pretty good. Back-to-back MVP awards as well. Not bad. We had a lot of awards here. Soriano didn't win Best D-Line. Obviously, he's still a Pro Bowler, but still. All right, the Titans. That should be a gimme, right? It is. Okay, team leader. Let's take a look. 2 games. 2 games. Oh, it's actually kind of cool. Barton was the guy that was talking about Wyatt. That's kind of cool, actually. One more game. Can he do it? You can. Look at, lads, we're Super Bowl bound. We're at the we're there. Let's take a look, though. Since we did make the championship, we will go in. Man, this is going to be a long video. That's going to be a pain to edit. I mean, I actually am going to have to edit this in parts, probably, because I'm not going to have enough... Oh, it's snowy. I'm not going to have enough hard drive space. To be fair, I probably should get a bigger hard drive in general, but... Yeah, I've been... Over the last, 6 months, I've been teetering with about 250 gigs for literally, 6 months. And, I have to delete videos, every maybe 4 days, and then, do it again. Or every 3 days, then do it again. Jets are smoking. We're smoking here. I know it's the Browns that are, in the future, but how are we doing better with a worse team? I don't understand. But it's okay, as Zach Wilson's, he wins this Super Bowl here, and I think he technically goes down as the greatest to ever do it. It wouldn't surprise me. I think so. Super Bowls are great and all. Tom Brady, way to go, man. But Zach Wilson's personal success story with the Super Bowls, I think, puts him above a little bit. It's hard to tell, though. Here it is, the Rams. Just to keep up with rituals, we will take a look at the DevUps first. Of course, McGriff goes to Superstar. Short in Elite. He actually does have what the hell? Evasive. I suppose Bulldozer and Evasive is OP as hell, but it's fair. I mean, he's honestly more of a trucking power back than he is, anything else. Defensively, any DevUps. And Soriano does go up to Superstar, so we don't need to do anything there. And then Not finally goes up to Star. A bit late there, buddy. And I still don't think I'm going to... Oh, actually, Not was a linebacker, wasn't he? Okay, maybe we're not in that bad of a spot. We got money, we got some potential, and we got ourselves a Super Bowl berth. And by berth, I mean it's just literally, they don't call it that. It's just you're in the Super Bowl. Really good start. It's so weird that we have such a, worse team than before, but I feel so confident. I don't even care that we're down. I don't even care that we're down 17-7. I know we're going to win. It doesn't really matter. 17-14. 21-17. 24-21. Yeah, okay, I think things are getting a little closer for my we still got a chance. There you go. Nice drive. Defense holds them up. Offense gets down there. Offense did a pretty good job. Defense needs to continue, though. 2 minutes left. Offense clutches it, and they win back-to-back. Oh, my. What a clutch performance. That is insane. Back-to-back Super Bowls, but more importantly, the clutchness. Down 30-21 in the fourth, I think it was, or just about the fourth, if not. And they just climb back. Zach Wilson trying to solidify that career, doing a pretty damn good job of it, getting those Super Bowl wins at the end. I think he's 2-3 in Super Bowls now, if I'm not mistaken. Epstein gets a Super Bowl already. That's crazy, man. Crazy. Pat would have had back-to-back if he would have stuck around. It's his fault, not ours. Daquan Jordan! Holy crap! That is hands down the best single-game performance I've ever seen in my life. We had a very close call not re-signing him. We gave him the tag. We gave him the 3-year. And then that's what he does for us. This man is one of the greatest to ever do it at wide receiver. Wilson still hasn't gotten that thing checked on his neck. And here we are with a back-to-back performance. going on to our final season of this part. It's going to be a little weird to do a 30-year. I'm almost half tempted to not even do the 30-year now, but we'll see what you guys want us to do. Wilson, of course, doesn't win Super Bowl MVP with this performance, but, I mean, you can't blame it, right? Daquan Jordan. Oh, my Lord. Pinkins, not bad. Knoll. Soriano did really. Soriano kind of came out of nowhere, so it kind of seems like, oh, come on, Matthews. That could have been the, like, clutch, anti-clutch performance. You know, I don't even know what I'm saying at this point. But yeah, Soriano was climbing and climbing and climbing, and now he's finally that dude. All right, let's talk to this guy first. Let's go, World Champions and Kim. We did it. Yeah, I mean, we're showing these guys proud, right? We're making these guys proud. Wyatt Davis is about to retire. I actually think you may be able to get away with the retirement thing if you don't actually, like, talk to them about it. Like, I think you can actually get away with it sometimes if you just, like, ignore them. But obviously we didn't do that because, you know, I don't really care too much. We're going to let him go to free agency anyway, so I'm glad that he actually is retiring on the team rather than just going to some random team for whatever reason. All right, so re-signings. I don't know what our, you know, cap situation is like. McGriff's still like, hey, you know, give me the same money, I'll still play. 4-year 91 isn't actually crazy bad comparatively, but I still think the tag overall is the better choice. 26.8, that's not too much more than what we would have had to pay him per year. Sean Andrews changed it up a little bit. Instead of the 2-year 20, he wants a 1-year 10. I'm willing to do it. He doesn't want to. Livingston, glad we didn't give him that 2-year because he regrets hard. Not even with the star dev, it just ain't worth it. I mean, I would have re-signed Wesley if I thought that was a good price for a safety. And then Matthews, looks like it might be his final year being on the team, or just even in the league. Obviously, regression for a kicker, especially with less than superstar, is going to start to kick up here a bit. And then McGriff. Man, it's hard to pay a running back, but I think we do it. I'm going to pay him. We've struggled really hard with the running back position, and there's no guaranteed real-life players like, you know, like a Kareem Hunt to save us or anything like that. So when we actually find a CPU-created guy or a CPU-generated guy that's good, it's probably worth signing him. But it's interesting to see that we have a little bit of money, so we could probably sign like maybe 2 names, maybe look at the offensive lineman position. So 37 mil to work with. Main thing, though, you got to check is we have any re-signings. Like I'd say we have some, like Rhodes is a pretty big one. That's got to be like 20+ mil per year. Where I'd probably be willing to let go because he is pure block shed. I don't know who we actually have to like. So Soriano's the pass rusher. I suppose the youngster Finley. No, it wasn't Finley. The youngster Wilcox is like a dual threat, right? Like he can do both. Yeah, he's more block shed as well. Yeah, I think we're gonna let Neal go. Or not Neal. Neal's gone. I'm so used to it. I think we're going to let Ware go. We may even trade him. X Factor, Woodley, X Factor. Speaking of Dylan Neal, there he is. A lot of DTs, I'll tell you what. A lot of DTs. Brian Archer, interesting price. Don't really need him that much, though. Corner could be a decent one for us. We do need one. O-line's getting old here. You know, we're not seeing any like youthful names. We got to sign at least one name, though. We didn't get Andrews back. I know he said new team, but I think he realizes how inflated the market is right now. There's a lot of players. We got 2 left guards. One's going to be playing tackle. And then we actually kind of got a win here. Taylor Samuels, we got him on a 4-year, 25 mil deal. I don't know how long our outside linebacker Murray is going to be sticking around. I thought he would need a contract by now, but I guess not. He's not a bad player. He's actually pretty good. He hasn't really performed too well for us, but he's got to be on a contract year by now, right? Finally on a contract year. It's a really favorable contract in fairness, but still. All right, in a kind of a twist move, we actually trade Mike Rhodes off to the Seahawks for pick number 10, a 99 overall. They needed a wide receiver desperately. I know he's 30, but he can last at least another 5 to 6 years. We're going to be taking a defensive tackle with this pick, Harold Hess. This guy looks like a can't-miss player. There's some other players that are all right here, but he is by far, leaps and bounds, the best available. Harold Hess is our man. Only normal development, but obviously absolutely insane. Going to be replacing our left end as well. We might be able to maybe trade up from 32 with him to go up to, this spot. I don't know. I don't know what we even need from the first round, but it's got to be something. Like, we don't really need corner. Yeah, we do kind of need corner. Nah, do we need corner, actually? Wide receiver's not that big of a need as long as Jordan can stick around a little bit, so I'm not going to rush a wide receiver just yet. Offensive line is kind of a need, actually. But yeah, where we should trade off. Actually, where you probably don't even need to trade up 32. We could probably trade where right now with like a second-round pick to the Chargers if they need one. And that's what we're going to do. Definitely fair value. Where is only 28. If he gets a superstar or even X Factor, he could last like another 6 to 8 years, which is insane. Who's this guy? I don't really need him. Wide receiver, like I said, this guy looks super good, but we can't. Corner, I don't know if I really want to risk. There was a lineman. There he is, Reed Ferguson. I don't like risking on linemen because we know that linemen are just so bad in Sim. It's just so... I mean, they're just so bad to draft. This guy looks insane as a run blocker. The center, left guard. So left guard, run block finesse. He's a run block style. Mid-second is a little high. We could actually probably grab both. Do we need both? What about the safety, actually? Early second. I'm going to reach for the safety, believe it or not. Cedric. Oh, wait a minute. We might have actually gotten safeties. I can't remember. There was some cheap safeties in free agency that I offered. They're not going to be super high development, but did we get them? Oh, did we not get any of them? Oh, we definitely taking the safety then. Forget that. What do you mean? Yeah, Cedric Hargrove looks like a pretty good pick. Looks like a kind of a can't miss. 74 overall normal. Like that's why I said kinda, because you could tell this is a can't miss player, but no hidden. So you do have to get a little lucky on the RNG. Hopefully the center's there. I think the center will be worth it. Once again, it's not the biggest need. Center kind of is. This guy looks insane. Give it to us. Once again, looks insane. Is insane. We got to make, like I said, we got to make some rule. I don't know what you guys think we should do, but we got to make some sort of rule for DevOps. I don't know what it is, but something, right? Something. Donovan Burton looks pretty good, actually. A little on the slower side. 70 overall, 87 speed. You could rock with that. You could definitely rock with that. He is on the bigger side, too. 6'1", 210. And once again, I don't think we landed a single hit, and I'm trying to think of it. If we did, I forgot about it. Seattle's one of the teams that took a player, right? Kirkland... hidden development as we expected. Really solid player. Just didn't need him. Honestly, just didn't need him. Really beastly build as well. 6 foot tall. 222 is sick. And he is only star, so it wouldn't have mattered anyways. And then let's take a look at some of the other players we missed. There was someone here. Like we had 17 was the safety. What was after that? Reed Ferguson was one of the guys. Normal development. It's been a while, actually, since we missed on a player that we should have taken, isn't it? Or hasn't it? Was there another tackle, or was that like... Wait, no, there was a tackle. He must be in here. Was there a tackle? Maybe it wasn't. Maybe it was just a guard and center. Or maybe Vic was the guy? I don't remember. If that was him, he wasn't good. I don't know. I don't think we missed anyone there. Oh, well, final season of the video. We trade Murray, who's on a contract here, and Saxon, who may be on a contract here or has one more year, to the Packers, who have literally no one for 65. All right, by far our worst overall yet. The rebuild is kind of on. Fields. Wilson's kind of going to be gone too soon enough. Jordan's going to be gone soon enough. He's 33. McKinney still got lots of years. I actually almost chose to get rid of McKinney instead. Wow, 61 release still. I actually almost chose to get rid of him instead. Would have been a terrible decision, because at least with 25 years old, he could be here for another decade. Epstein's already 79 overall, so not bad. Offensive line we don't talk about because it's in shambles outside of right tackle, who's getting really old. Left outside linebacker, we'll have him for another year, maybe another after. I'm not sure. Sullivan, I didn't know, actually he's only an 84 overall, so he'll be gone after this season pretty much for sure. And then Noel really needs that X factor, keep him going for a couple more years after. It's, you know, there's some shining spots and some really sad spots, like, you know, the safety position or the O-line. Hey, Hargrove gets to star. That's what I'm saying. You know, doesn't matter too much about the depth, at least for DB. McGriff, that's a bit of a freaking reach, but it'd be kind of sick if you got it. All right, a 4-year 101. Tavares, yeah, we got to get... Hall has to come back. We are kind of lacking at corner, and he's still only 30. McKinney, I mean, that's not a great contract for us, but it's not the worst. So, you know what? X Factors don't come by that often. We're going to give him the long-term deal, even though he really hasn't had much of a chance to actually start. We do have the money to do it anyways. Matthews, at worst, should still be serviceable for at least another season, who's been here for so long. Vince Whalen, 2-year 18 is kind of expensive for an 81 overall. Evans never really got a chance to start, but he's not actually asking for much, so not a bad backup contract. which he's, you know, we're going to give him a pretty nice contract, I'll tell you. I mean, not for him, but for us, it's going to be nice. And then once again, Pinkins may get the tag. Can you double tag a player? I don't know. I feel like you can only do it once, or maybe you can only do it twice. I can't remember. And then Andrews, probably not worth the contract. So we're going to have money again, but will the free agency class be good is the question. 25 mil per year when we could probably tag him for 30 is... That's a lot of money. I offered him a 4-year 92. He didn't accept it, so that's on him. It's going to be a close call. And we do make it at 10-6, one of our worst seasons in a while, but we hold on. We're still going strong. Got a shot to three-peat. Can it be done? Going against the Ravens. You know, a little bit worse of a season for Wilson, but still massive season. McGriff yards per carry are up there. Touchdowns are a little low. I don't mind it. It's not really his choice or his fault. Daquan Jordan, though. 13-32 with 14 touchdowns. What is that career looking like, though? I want to see it. Blocking should be one of our worst seasons. Outside of Fontaine, though, not bad. Cool name also. Noel, maybe. Noel, whatever. Pinkins deserves a contract, but 4-year 100's a little high. I don't know, dude. Bernard Matthews, really solid season again. Three MVPs? Damn, he almost won 3 in a row for MVP as well, which would have been insane. Any awards? Cedric Hargrove, Defensive Rookie of the Year. Okay, we got some awards, which is nice to see. And real quick, I do want to... I don't know when Jordan's going to retire, but I kind of want to see those numbers. One, Zach Wilson, absolutely insane numbers. But Jordan, a little bit lower than I would have thought. 13,559, 134 touchdowns is still good, obviously, but a little bit lower than I would have thought. Where does that put him on the record list? Is Wilson on the list? He is, and he's still got some years left, which is pretty impressive. Passing touchdowns, Wilson's already number 4. You know, one more season. I mean, if he has a really good season, he might be able to knock it out next season, but he should finish all-time leaderboards for touchdowns, which is pretty impressive. Is our guy Jordan, if he lasts another year, might be able to get on the top list. Jordan already 5th all-time for touchdowns, which you can see here. I mean, are any of these players real? Going to the end of the game. 7-0, not bad. 14-0. Okay. Let's see it. Come on, 21-0. Okay, I like it. 21-7. 28-7. 28-14. 31-14. So it's looking like we are going to win this, which is... Oh, yeah, I forgot. We don't look at this. Crap. Whatever. We started it. We're going to finish it. Damn it. Oh, man. This is going to be like a 3-hour video. This is a disaster. Oh, well. Going against Houston. Actually, now we'll skip it. If we get to the championship, we'll watch it. And we do. Going up against the Bills now. I didn't actually show you guys we didn't force win the last 2 Super Bowls. But if, you know, we do actually make it to the Super Bowl this time, I will show you. We didn't do any cheating or anything like that. But, yeah, Wilson's on a tear here. You know, potential 3 straight here, which is impressive. I don't know if we've... I definitely don't think we've done one this season in Madden, this Madden 3-peat, but have we ever done a 3-peat in, like, a realistic sense? There's going to be people like, what do you mean this isn't realistic? Oh, McGriff! McFat confidence boost. Oh, Lord. Oh, Lord. No shot. Good job, defense, clutching up because offense choked it. McGriff with the fat carry. Wilson trying his hardest to lose it. Oh, was it not just McGriff? It was Salas as well. I like it. Oh, it wasn't McGriff at all. Jordan! He's the GOAT. He's the GOAT. He's actually the freaking greatest receiver of all time. Oh, my. What a hero. Oh, my. An 80-yard rush for Jordan. Wasn't McGriff at all. It was just a combined effort. That's what I'm talking about, boys. All right, Atlanta. Let's take a look at those dev-ups if we had any. Does not appear to be any on offense. Epstein's looking pretty damn good, though. Well, you know, the tight end Epstein. Defensively, Hargrove was already star. Maybe went to super. Damn, that's kind of harsh. We haven't really forced too many. Have we even forced a single dev, actually? I don't know if we have or not, but Rookie of the Year, really good. Okay, so we're not doing that today. Oh, what am I going to lose all of it? Okay, so, all right, let's see it. The 3-peat. We have a pretty damn good, was that Tom Jackson? Or is that Tom Johnson? I was about to say, we made that video kind of recently, didn't we? Well, what's happening here? But yeah, it wouldn't be that roster. Clint Terry, I wasn't even the quarterback anyways. All right, Zach Wilson, can he do it? The three-peat. Almost the three-peat for MVP as well. 10-0, not a bad start at all. Of course, if we do win the Super Bowl here, we will just skip the celebration. There's really no point. It's pretty much the same players anyways. Jordan could go down as the greatest as well. I mean, LeBron's better, right? They get the touchdown on the 2-point. It's looking pretty good. And they've done it. Three-peat. Oh, my. Yeah, we've already seen it. I don't even care. Three-peat. How in the world? Honestly, you guys are going to have to let me know in the comment section below. Honestly, do we do another 15? I really don't know. I feel like it's kind of irrelevant, isn't it? The 15-year rebuild may be the perfect duration rebuild, actually. 15 to 20-ish. Because, you know, your 20 would be like the perfect. So if, you know, you get a guy like Zach Wilson, you'd be able to see the end of his career. But... yeah, I don't know. Maybe if you guys decide we shouldn't do another 15 seasons, which honestly at this point I feel like maybe we shouldn't, we'll maybe on one of the streams soon, which, you know, maybe even could be later today. We'll just sim it out and see what he finishes with. But overall, you know, I don't know if there's really a reason to do another season, honestly. And I will show you guys, assuming I didn't just sell, that we didn't force any games. I mean, you can see already there's one start at least on that one. Okay, we didn't sell. You see, you know, we didn't force any wins or anything like that. Obviously, the jury's still out on the other ones. Maybe we did. I obviously didn't. There's no reason to. But that, at least, if we do a two-parter, is going to be the New York Jets realistic 15-year rebuild on Madden 21. Zach Wilson turns out to be a bit of a long stretch, but, you know, we haven't seen it really, but, you know, maybe there will be in the future where... you know, 10 years down the line, that's when the quarterback wins some Super Bowls and then they become the god that they are. I don't know. But Wilson, great throughout. Slow burn a little bit for the success, you know, for, you know, wins in the playoffs and all that. But he gets the three-peat. He becomes one of the best, if not the best quarterback ever. And he's on par for better. He's on par for better. He's up there for the yards. Touchdowns are, like we said, already at number 4. I mean, this is a pretty good one. Zach Wilson, he's the answer. Hopefully, for Jets fans, they don't apparently ruin it if they don't grab him here. Anyways, though, if you enjoyed this, you enjoyed how long this was, you enjoyed the prospect of 15 seasons in a rebuild, maybe leave a like. You know, it would definitely help out the channel, obviously, in the video itself. But it would also let me know that you guys want to see more of these. If I see, you know, a bunch of likes and a bunch of views and all that, it's like, okay, I would assume they want more, right? I would assume, right? So if we don't do a part 2, let me know in the comment section below what team you'd like to see next. Could do the Jaguars. They seem like a prime candidate. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. If you did, like I said, leave a like. Maybe subscribe. Follow me on Twitter, Jeromepkr. Second channel, PKR Plays. And then twitch.tv/Jeromepkr for streams, which there could be one tonight around 10 p.m. Central Standard Time. Anyways, thanks for watching. I'm going to have fun editing this, and hopefully you guys come back for next video. But until next video, see ya! We're in the witch's cave. I would love to be in that witch's cave. She is looking nice. I mean, what? Like, I did not expect there to be this many men in her garden. I wouldn't have been so interested. Wi-Fi connection. Oh, no, not Wi-Fi. I'm playing a single-player game. Touch my son! What do you think you are? Michael Jackson? Oh, sorry, child. I just touched you. Well, I'll be honest. Some people would use that head for very evil things, if you know what I mean. Oh, hell no. It's like mini Kratoses. It's like meth head Kratos.